Hello, everybody, and welcome to our modest guild, where we have fun, and we're friends, and we love each other very much.
Yeah,
It's true.
I love
Where
you
the
too.
plot's made up and the crits don't matter.
A lot.
Really wrong.
So, who wants to tell me what happened last time on our modest guild?
You know what? I volunteer Will to be the one that tells us what happened last time.
Well, it was a very lore-heavy session as we delved into the final chamber of the Temple of the Arcane, a temple dedicated to a long-forgotten, or potentially magically removed from all of history, goddess. We step into a chamber and see a sarcophagus, most likely to the goddess herself, as well as an elf-looking woman and a large, very angry-looking mechanical dragon that is with her. She's an Eladrin elf, as far as we can tell, and she doesn't seem to be quite all there for the fact that she's been here for many, many centuries, since before even some of the major events of the world, like the Cassandra here, has happened. She keeps trying to get us to leave as the more she gets more and more kind of frazzled as we continue to talk to her. Her memory of the world and the timeline as it is now not exactly matching up, and eventually that brings us into combat with her. She also mentioned that previously, during her time, it was pretty easy for people to attain 11th level spells of casting, which gave Alyphius the highest of raised eyebrows. As the combat continued, we also had a couple of the blue spider creatures come in and attack us as well. Sadly, defeating the possibility that they are in fact friends and not foes. Alyphius had the amazing idea to cast suggestion on the Eladrin mid-fight, and to ask her to tell us basically everything about this place in the world before, and we get some of the biggest history lore dumps of our lives, of any character in this world's lives, finding out that the worlds were once one before they were split, and it was the Cassandra that made them collide. Now we know again, so that's huge. And also, she confirmed that reptilian and mammalian magic were also once one thing, or they are one thing, even though, as far as all of history knows, that they are separate entities, or they come from differing sources. And then, following along with the string of awesome plans, Cal is able to give a... Oh, do I need to fix my mic? Someone keep going while I try to fix things.
Force-fed her a potion of greater restoration in hopes of curing her madness. Thankfully it worked after a couple rounds of combat. Continued to fight, fought the dragon.
Also, two of the spider folk people showed up.
Spider folk showed up,
sometime.
like Will said. Fought the spider folks. Mihi got just continually yo-yoed once again. Twice from the spiders and once from her own ability. Rolling a natural one on her darkened
And
dish.
once from Cal, if I remember correctly.
No, I hit
No, that
Olympius.
was
Olympius.
I hit
Oh,
Olympius.
okay.
I had Olympius.
So I think it was only once from the spider, once from Alyphius, once from herself.
Oh, the other one was from Olympius. I don't remember Olympius hitting Mihi. I don't have that in my notes.
I thought
No.
somebody hit me and I went down.
I almost.
Oh no, you
Almost.
almost killed me. That was even. I was already down. I almost killed me.
I almost hit you, but I didn't.
Okay. Yep. I track now.
Once her madness had kind of stopped, she joined in.
The
fighting
elf
us.
lady, not me.
Yeah, the Eladrin warrior.
I mean,
Mihi's madness still goes on and on and on.
Defeated the spiders and talked with her. I don't have a name down in my notes. I must have missed that, Will.
Oh, her name, we gave her one.
Oh, yeah, we gave her
Oh, we
because
gave her
she
one
didn't-
because she forgot it.
Yeah.
That's why I
We
didn't.
gave her
write it
Alara,
down.
Alara as her name
Alara.
now.
I was not going to entertain Capriel with it.
Hey, it's a good name!
It is a good name, but it's not her name.
What? She decided she was rolling with it, so it's as good as name as any.
And she said she wanted to be called
You
that.
just don't like it because it's from me.
That's not true at all.
You said you weren't going to take Gabrielle.
That's true, but
That's literally what you...
I think you're caught red-handed.
red-handed. But I'm turquoise. Got him. And she disabled some traps in the treasure room. And that's kind of where we left off after realizing that D&D magic tables are not that good because the DMG is set up for a low magic setting.
Yeah, she basically said we can each pick one thing, and most of us not having a very, a very well-rounded knowledge of magical items, we mostly picked things, mostly random except for Oliphius,
Yeah.
who saw something interesting. Yeah, that's where we left off. It was us going through the treasure room, starting to pick out things.
What can I say? Olympius has a goal now.
Hashtag goals. Hashtag eternal.
Sorry, I thought you said Chad goals.
Chad
Yes,
goals.
Olympius has Chad.
Wait, is
Gabrielle has chat goals.
I thought she
No, I
has Mitch
have
goals.
Mitch goals.
Yeah.
And
Yes, does that make
I
Olympius
cannot
Chad
shake
then?
Chad.
Goals to take out Chad. Those are still Chad goals.
If you want to be technical.
All right.
Such a Chad move.
Anyway,
Chad, mate.
so going through the room, certain things seem to catch your guys' eyes. Oliphius, like I said, you find after searching, you seem to find that book, which you and I already know what it is. We've discussed it. Caffrail, you see this weird kind of looking, like dark tentacly kind of like cloak cape of some kind.
Or the tentacles.
I call dibs on this. It has tentacles. It's mine.
Cal, you seem to find what looks like to be some sort of like leather belt with a like a golden like face on the front of it.
Oh, belts. Take it. I already
He's
called
like,
dibs.
two things that are so perfect.
Only 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 30 more to go, and I'll have just as many as Gabrielle. I'll take the belt.
29.
Mihi, you seem to find something along with Grandpa. You both seem to find what looks like to be some sort of this black armor, and laying right next to it seems to be a black rod that looks like it's made of some sort of glass.
Me gonna sneak by here. If there's any kind of ancient armor that might help me for my own crafting goals.
Didn't you cast Detect Magic in here?
No, I did not. My eyes would probably be blinded. My eyes aren't at the best in my age, and I don't think I need that in my life.
Okay. I don't know. I guess I'll take this tiny little piece of the armor. I wave the stick around.
You'll poke your eye out, Mihi, be careful. Sorry,
She's old enough.
force of habit. She is, but it's just a force of habit.
Force of habit of what?
Caring about someone who goes unconscious often.
No. That is not what I was saying at all.
It's also a really good thing she's wearing the clothes of mending, because otherwise she would just like be torn like a what was that game that we were talking about?
What's it called?
Colleen. The anime
What's
game.
What's the princess game where all the clothes shred off?
Oh, Senran Kagura?
Yeah, Senran Kagura. Yeah. Good thing Mihi's clothes repair themselves, because otherwise she's taken enough damage that it would be Senran Kagura here. And Mihi was like, she was crying at the end, and she's calmed down a little bit now, but she's being very careful. Like, her arms are wrapped around herself, and she's walking very close to Grandpa.
Do you need any little bit more healing before we get out of here? I do have some energy left in this old shell.
I'm okay for now. I hurt a little bit, but I'm walking, so I'm okay. Thank you. But I may want to use one of your spells later if you wouldn't mind. Maybe when we make camp?
Oh, of course. If I am able to.
Right. We'll talk at camp.
What time of day is it?
I mean,
We
you
have no
guys don't
idea.
really know. Like, being in that one
It
place.
was more of an
kinda like,
in-character
fuck, like-
question. Like,
Oh,
the
okay.
idea of camping.
Does it really matter? I
I
mean,
don't know.
we've been down
well-
here so long, I don't know what time it is outside.
Yes, I wonder if Boulder, our giant friend, is still waiting outside for us.
Thought he was
I
a
would feel
troll.
quite bad if... Is he a troll? I thought he was a giant.
No, he was a mountain giant.
He's a mountain giant? Okay, never mind.
Well, we did.
No, he's a hill giant.
Hill giant.
Oh, hill giant.
I thought he was a frost giant.
He's a hill
Oh God,
giant
Jesus.
Hill giant.
because we turned his dead brother
Yeah.
into a hill.
Mm-hmm. That's part of the
Okay.
burial.
We did say that we were going to be there being here, for a couple days. So I
He's
don't know
fine.
how patient is a rock.
I don't believe he's a rock. I believe he is a giant.
That's racist.
No.
What? No, I was saying
No,
that...
what Olivia said was racist.
Oh.
Are you surprised?
Honestly, no.
I vote we get the hell out of here. Maybe if there's some daylight, put some miles between us and this temple. Contact.
Is there anything else you wanted to stay here and study, Oliphius, or?
I think I've gotten as much information that I'm going to get out of this place, at least for now.
I'd like to take some time and take out a journal that Mihi carries, and I want to have her sketch some of the ruins and just write down some quick notes about what we learned, just so that it's in a written form and documented.
Alara, that's what you guys named her,
Yeah,
right?
Alara.
Yeah.
Alara goes, like, as she sees you start taking notes, she's like, I'd very much appreciate you not doing that.
If you recall, Mihi, she asked us not to share a lot of the things that we learned here with the outside world.
I do not plan on it, but it would be nice to have some record just for
So that
our
spectacle
sakes.
dragon can get mad at us again?
Or maybe we can prove the spectacle wrong.
I feel like
She shuts the book, eyeing everybody.
I feel like the spectacle dragon knows about this and doesn't want people to. This is what conspiracy theorists are like. I feel like those guys that think the gods don't exist and that the world is a singular plane.
Don't understand how people cannot think the gods exist.
Are they the
It's
people who
insane,
think-
in fact.
Absolutely.
Are they also the people that think that healing magic causes mental illness?
Yes.
I'm pretty
Those
sure,
are those people!
I'm pretty sure they're also the ones who say that that using using purify water, that spell on the water turns the frogs gay.
Yes. Those ones too.
Hey,
Dragons
I've heard
leave
that.
dragons leave trails of magical energy that.
Now that I do believe.
Oh, and don't buy
Oh,
any
that's
lavender
just
oil
dragons
from them
passing
because
gas.
you'll get into one of those pyramid schemes.
Mhm. That we ran into.
The outside
in-
world has changed quite a lot
Pressington.
since I've been out there. hasn't it?
It has, not for the better, some would argue.
Those damn anti-curists.
Unfortunately, when magic became very public, a lot of the crazies learned that there were people of similar beliefs.
Small world. Alara, did I say that right?
Sure, that works, I guess.
It sounds close enough to another name that it's. Oh, that's where that. Okay. Question: if
Yes.
you're going to stay here, obviously, and keep guarding temple, trying to stand as a paladin, if you need help or if you need anything, do you have a way of? Do you trust us enough to contact us for help,
I mean,
or do you not
you
need
guys
help?
didn't kill me when you easily could have, so
We're working
said
on not
pretty
just
trustworthy.
indiscriminately killing things.
Out of character,
I appreciate-
didn't we give her a diplomat's pouch?
Yeah,
Or no?
I think
We
you guys
did
gave
actually.
her
Okay,
one,
I thought we talked
Yeah.
about it. I didn't know if we actually.
No, we did.
We
no,
did.
Olivia is
Did.
gonna give her his
Yeah, so I
diplomat
think
patch.
how many do we have now? I think we only have one.
This
Yeah,
one, you have it.
I'm handing away one, so he's the only one with one.
Yeah.
Right. So okay, so we only have one diplomat's patch left.
Yeah.
And who all have we given it to? Because I bought one and gave it to my mom.
And Alara.
I've got one, and we give one to Alara. Did you send your dad one at one point? I think I remember us buying two in base mount.
Colleen? Are you asking Colleen?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure she's the only one with a father who's alive, so. Can't hear you.
Can't hear you.
Nope, you're still muted.
Who cast Zone of Silence?
Can you hear me now?
There we go.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, yep, there we go.
Hey, there we go.
Oh, I guess
Good.
push to talk is on now. I set up push to talk so that I wouldn't pick up noise from the other room. But I don't remember doing that.
I don't think you did.
I just
Maybe it's just
remember.
me.
I think I just remember sending a letter to Hostia and a letter to my dad.
Yeah.
I mean, I would imagine some of your dad's people probably have a diplomat's pouch.
We'd
I
have to
mean,
look.
I bet he has one. I don't know if I would like know what the address was or anything.
There's
Yeah.
there's no address. You just have to know the person that you're sending it to has one.
We may not know the person that has it on the receiving end. We would have to know, like, send a letter to her dad or send a sending.
Will you let me know when a letter comes in, or is it something I have to check?
Somebody has to check.
Okay, can I check it? Since we're talking
Sure.
Yeah,
about it?
have we gotten any letters since we?
Yeah, I mean, I sent one to my mom forever ago, like, but way before we left base mount.
Mhm.
Before we even
Um,
finished with the cult.
You actually have two.
Oh, jeez. Okay, I'll
you
read
have to
these.
check your mail.
I'll read these later at camp. I'm sorry, I forgot. I do so much reading that I forgot.
Well, Alara, if there is anything we can do further, well, you have a diplomat's pouch, and you have essentially our address, or you know who we are, so you could easily send it our way.
This is quite a peculiar item. I've never seen one such as this before.
Well, I don't believe it's as strong as probably what you had, but it works.
Also,
Pretty interesting. I'll have to test it out and run some experiments with it.
Also, do not worry about what language you send the letters in. I'll be able to read it.
Okay.
I just don't know what you write in.
I mean, I write in common tongue. At least that's what it was called back in my day.
Oh, well, look at that. That is still a thing. So some things aren't so
Good.
different.
We just call it common, though.
Oh, okay. I speak common then. That's a little
Well,
weird.
like,
It's gonna have to take some used to.
Well, like, I speak abyssal, but I don't write well in abyssal, so I was just saying, write in whatever is most comfortable for you.
Okay.
I think on that note, we can leave. Are you expecting more of those traitor spider monsters? Or do you think that was a
Oh.
lot of them?
I mean, That was a good chunk of them. There's still probably a few around, but
Okay, so
I can handle myself against them.
Can we be
They probably
careful?
won't want to bother with you, seeing as you've killed at least these two. Did you kill any more upstairs?
Yes, there was one summoned being of swirling magical energy. Don't know if that's something they can all do.
So it's some mana bin golem. I haven't seen one of those in a while.
A lot
Well,
of mana
just-
bane things in here, just letting you know.
Yeah, this place was meant to be kept a secret, so if anyone came in and didn't know where they were going, it was meant to take care of them.
It would have done the job.
On most
spe-
people. That's not us.
Speaking of which, actually, are you going to be resetting these traps and puzzles, or
Oh, most definitely.
Can we close the door on the way out or do something
can-
to help?
You can leave it open. It's fine. I'll close everything up when everything's said and done.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure if we ever did pop by again, if we would expect the same precautions.
Oh, well, if you guys come by again, I guess send a letter through when she lifts up the pouch, this thing, and I'll open the door for you.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you.
The only thing I ask is please do not tell anybody about this place.
Of course.
Of course.
About what place?
Exactly.
Seems you understand.
That was a joke my mother used to make a lot.
Well, on that note, we will leave you to your sentry duties, and have a fond farewell.
Thank you. You guys be safe out in the outside world.
And just keep in touch.
You too.
Don't go stir crazy in here.
I'll try not to. Now that I have some people to talk to, it might be a little easier now.
We will be.
For the
Pen
diplomat pouch, is it specifically a special kind of like paper or something that you put in there, or can you put like anything into a diplomat's pouch and it sends that, or is it just messages?
You can put anything in there as long as it
Really?
fits. Like
Oh,
it's not like a bag of holding where like thwomp, it like has to
Yeah.
fit in like
Can
a
it
pouch.
move items?
It can depending how big the item is.
I didn't
we'll
know
have-
that.
we'll have to
I
send her
actually didn't know
souvenirs.
that. We will.
It's about to just have a wall
I
of like
cannot
coffee
wait.
cups from different cities and countries and Tottenham.
I have not had a pen pal before.
I love it.
For every town we go to, we have to get a coffee cup now.
Yeah.
We'll
it's
just like
signature.
we'll just pick out the most interesting name on the little like name tag thingy each
Yeah.
time and change her name frequently.
So like just pick one. So when you find one that you like, that's what
Yeah.
Vanity license plates.
Yeah, exactly.
Is this your name? Do you remember now?
We make our way out of the temple.
Yeah, we leave.
So you guys eventually make your way up. You guys do see a couple of the spiders like on the ceiling, but they seem to not want to bother you. And then you guys
kind of weird.
Mihi like
Eventually-
huddles around everyone when she sees the spiders.
I thought they were your friends, Mihi.
That was Capriel.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah. That's me.
Which one of us was mean?
I mean, I'm the mean one. I'm the one who.
I'm the one that means.
I am the one who is mean.
God damn it. When we step
So eventually you guys
outside,
make
what type of day?
so eventually you guys make your way up the staircase, and eventually you see the wall that has been shut, and you see like the two stacks of iron ingots that are keeping the door slightly ajar.
I've been waiting for like 2 months to do this.
Trust
Can I
me,
attempt-
I-
To lift the door.
Roll me an athletics check.
I'd
This is a
completely
high-
forgotten
high
about this
DC.
until we got
This is a
here.
high-
Come
I
on.
was forewarning you. This is a high DC.
Come
my
on.
friend.
Papa just folds his
Capriel's
arms
just
like,
like,
trusty
lift-
iron ingots.
Lift with your
I
legs,
spit
not with
in
your
my
back.
hand. I take a good deadlift form, knees shoulder width apart. I make sure to look up to keep my back from bending over.
Natural one.
Natural 20! For a total of 29!
Oh! Yes!
You know
We,
what?
we have had many good natural 20s, but I think this was one of the best.
I'm going to add.
Oh my god.
For a total of 30!
30, it's a nice 30.
30. It is a
So-
legendary deadlift.
So yeah, Cal, so you like get ready and just and you just go like
Power
Like
clean that
fucking
up,
perfect
lock
form,
it into place.
perfect form. Like if this was the Olympics, like everyone, even the Russians would give you a 10.
Even the Russians would give me
Or
a
the
10.
Germans, I'm sorry, it was the Germans that were the
It is super obvious how hard I roll my eyes.
Grandpa uses thaumaturgy to make both his eyes look like 10s.
Yeah.
10 out of 10.
Ah,
And gives him a thumbs up as he walks past. Looks him in the eyes.
just hold it open for the entire guild to go through.
So I'm guessing, Will, you, Grandpa, you take the iron ingots back.
Yeah.
You now have 4 damaged iron ingots.
Perfect.
Oh, just wait one ritual and they'll be fine.
Yes, man.
I will add them. I will add them to my current 144 remaining iron ingots.
Oh. Mm. Mm. Mm.
Sometimes natural 20s.
Oh, this feels so good.
Coming at the-
Been waiting for
That
2
was-
months.
That was
Do you need a room with yourself?
That's a. I feel.
Will
really
you be
good.
in your bunk?
I'll be in my
I'll
bunk
be
in the
in my
wagon.
bunk.
Not my carriage, you won't.
All right, so as you guys leave leave like the area and you guys see like the hallways, you hear like a sound coming from outside, like
I hide behind the
I
group.
didn't get to the bunk yet. uh, we'll be back in 10 minutes, everybody.
Yeah, he needs that long. At
Oh,
that speed
God.
for that long.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
We have like viewer discretion advised thing on the
Yep.
screen.
sweet Mother Teresa on the hood
Hood
of
of a Mercedes Benz.
Jesus.
Oh, fuck.
You mean Vivine?
Amazing.
Oh my god.
if
Wow.
I didn't have so many layers of foundation on, you would see how red my face is right now.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
you hear that kind of noise coming from outside.
I can send Grumbles ahead of us to see what it is.
We'll be in here another 2 days if we send Grumbles ahead.
Can I
Can
I-
poof him
cast message?
as I demonstrate poofing him?
Yeah, you
100
can cast
feet
message.
forward.
I'm gonna cast message in the direction of the noise and just be like, Boulder, is that you?
Is that like towards the noise, like right outside, or like
Wherever the noise is coming from.
you don't hear anything coming from like directly outside of the temple.
Oh, okay. Where is the noise coming from then? I thought.
No,
it
I
was
mean
coming
like the
from-
noise is coming from outside the temple. I'm just saying you don't get anything back from a message directly outside of the temple.
Okay, can I like point it towards where I think Boulder would be? And
We left Boulder like
Boulder?
a quarter of a mile away.
No, he's like at the base of the cliff.
Okay.
Boulder, is that you?
No, my head hurts. These little thingies are falling from the sky and it's making my head hurt.
Oh my god.
Oh, is it hailing?
It's little ice things from the sky. I don't know what that's called. Is that hail?
That's called hail.
Oh, it hurts my head.
I'm
Ow.
sorry. Is there a tree you can hide under, or?
Not one big enough for me.
I'm so sorry. Well, we're coming out
Ow.
soon.
It's been hailing for the entire day.
Aw, I'm sorry. We may stay in the cave until it goes away, but we're here, and I can talk to you.
Okay.
Okay, Boulder's here. He's doing okay. It's hailing outside. We may want to camp in the cave or temple.
Something came to my it comes to mind. Do we want to contact Sebastian and see what's going on in the rest of the world? We have been gone for some time, and there was a war going on.
Oh, current events?
Was?
Is
Is.
has been.
Well,
You know what I mean.
I have letters. I'm not sure what they are. They could give us some bit of world events, but I think we should set up and get ready to rest first. I at least want us to be... Like, looks back towards the temple. I want us to be safe before we start thinking about anything else.
Adam, question.
Answer.
Do we get level 9 stuff immediately or once we sleep?
You guys get level 9 stuff immediately.
Okay, cool. Okay. Well, if once we get to a town, if I can get some specific chalk and ink, we can just go to Base Mount.
Did you see a circle there?
I get just 2 addresses.
Oh.
You don't know them yet, but we have to say that's one of the letters.
Oh.
Spoilers,
Seagull.
Adam!
If you're going to camp, I was going to find a body of water now that we have answers and maybe see if Ravine has more information for me. Us, we're team us.
The nearest body of water is that lake that you guys crossed.
Pretty far away.
Fuck.
Well, we
On
can
the way
get to it
back.
when we get to it.
On the way back.
Yes. I'll put up the dome. And when he does, it's gonna be a little bit brighter than usual. Celebration for completing the dungeon.
Congrats, slightly brighter dome.
Hey! I
I
paid off a
feel-
$240,000 gold loan just for a brighter dome? What? Tom Nook is just a retired Olympius to change my mind.
Ah, you know the fables of the Tanuki.
Everyone, our plan is next to go back to the town that everybody dislikes and head towards the tunnel to the Underdark and then Mihi's mother's place. Is that correct?
Well, the
I
tunnel in the Underdark is it was a couple days away from that town, and we can contact our guide and tell him to meet us there.
And not have
That
to
is
go back
true.
into the terrible town.
Yes.
Because we did leave him money to buy us supplies.
We did, yes. He is expecting us at some point.
Wait a second. We could go get Mihi's mother. Wait,
And send her back to Base Mount with that spell you
with-
said you have.
yeah. Can we get
I
back
guess
here
I don't
though?
have to go through.
I was also going to ask, I know it's a lot and it's out of our way, but I could really use seeing my mother right now.
And Mihi's mother first, then the Underdark. It's like a little mini vacation to Mihi's lovely home.
Many of those.
Wait, do not say that. Last time we went on vacation, we ended up smashing a demonic cult again.
And fighting a dragon. That was a lovely
and fighting
vacation.
a dragon.
A squirrel dragon, in fact.
Squirrel dragon. Imagine how impressed your mother's going to be if we fight like 2 squirrel dragons.
Oh.
My mother might actually hug me if she found out I slayed a dragon.
Not if it turned into a squirrel at the
Not
end.
if
She
it
seems
turns-
like she's very hard to impress.
She is. It's true. That was a joke. My mother's hugged me plenty of
We
times.
can leave the
Doubt.
part out.
At least 5 times,
At
I'm
least
sure.
5. Well, how I'm 20, 21, 19. I'm 19, so 19 hugs.
At least.
That checks.
My mother only hugged me when the public was watching, as just a staged thing.
Oh, you all are really bringing me down.
My mother hugged me plenty, and then she went mad, and then she died.
You people need to stop bragging about your living parents. I didn't even meet my parents. It's not so bad.
You didn't meet your parents?
It's a turtle thing. Most turtles have children at the ends of their lives. We are raised by the guilds we grow up in.
So are you on the hunt for a lovely, lovely wife?
Didn't we talk
Oh.
about this?
I think it did come up once.
It's come up before, but I don't think the wife part came up. That's new.
I'm guessing this is during our long rest.
Yeah, it's like
Or-
you're
or
right.
they-
Before you guys go to
the
sleep.
preparing of camp, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. I have this goal that I have of wanting to complete my master's trial, and I'm with all of you. If love happens to come into my life, I'm not going to ignore it, but I'm not actively searching, if that is the thing. I don't plan to have total children, exactly, so... and even if I did, there's no guild for them to be raised in. My family that I grew up with is gone.
We have a guild right here, Dragon's Melody.
I feel like we would
Oh,
all be
you know
very
what?
bad parents.
I would be an amazing...
Grandpa, stops and, thinks
No.
for a little bit, picturing Mihi, Cal, Olivia, and Gabrielle as parents of this turtle child. And you see him, shudder a little bit. I'm sure it would be wonderful. I'm
Insight.
sure that child would get the best upbringing and safe education that there is.
We'll give him
Know how
his
to use a dagger early.
of soul stealing.
I would like it to be to be known that if I do father a child and I pass away, all of my daggers of soul stealing are inherited to the child.
I think that's Mihi's job to write that down.
I am keeping track.
Wait,
We
now,
give him a
is
little
that-
dagger of soul stealing rattle. You know.
Mihi's our notary.
Yeah.
The question is, are you spending a dagger of soul stealing to make this request? Because that is the transfer of currency.
I'm not sure how wills
I don't think writing a
work
will
with...
requires him. First off, I need dagger of soul stealing welfare. I have 0 daggers. Secondly, I don't think that's how this works.
I wrote down rules. Let's look up the rules again.
I don't think we'd like.
Are we going to set up some sort of 401k or...
There is no assistance program for
doesn't-
daggers.
I don't think I don't
Here are
think
the
it'll make
rules
it by the
as
time we
they are
retire.
written.
I don't know if there's enough in there.
Daggers of soul stealing may be exchanged for any reason amongst party members, usually in exchange for mutually consenting favors or accommodations for acts of service to the individual or to the party. There are a total of 13 daggers in the dagger economy right now. If one person has 7, they may be exchanged for a compulsively favor from one party member. That person receives 3 of the 7, while the other non-participant party members each receive 1. This exchange must be witnessed by at least one non-participating party member to be valid.
Thank you for reciting the rules of this economy, Mihi.
Hashtag eat
I'm
the
glad
rich.
you guys are keeping track of that, because I promise you I would not.
It's a hobby.
I just need one more dagger of soul stealing for a favor. Wonderful.
I am worried about this.
That was a little concerning.
Yes.
Yeah, Olivius keeps making concerning statements,
He
and
does.
Especially given that we came out to this whole temple for you, Olithius. I mean, not saying we shouldn't do you more favors, but we have kind of done a lot.
I
for you.
definitely think that's worth a dagger for everybody.
I unfortunately agree.
I'm not broke anymore.
I give Cal one dagger of soul stealing.
Who says that Cal gets the dagger?
I said one dagger for everybody.
Oh, for everybody.
Oh.
Oliphius, I nearly died 3-4 times throughout the course of this dungeon.
Me, not to put any light on the situation, but you didn't die. I had a donkey actually die. So I'm down one sibling, effectively.
I wanted to talk to you about
I've lost
that.
my horse twice.
You have resummoned it, and
It got better.
it kind of poofed like Grumbles does sometimes.
I don't think Grumbles has actually died yet.
He has once.
He has
He
once.
was eaten by a slime.
All in all,
Oh yeah.
I have lost neither gained. Well, I got a cool cloak, so you can keep the one that you would give to me if you're doing that.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
I'm
mostly
giving
joking.
them to Cal, and I'm giving one to Grandpa because they have
Oh, yeah.
lost something in this endeavor.
Up to 4.
I've
Alright,
gained
I-
many
I am-
scars.
How
Gosh
much
dang it.
was?
I am
Yes, you have
transferring. I will be transferring fucking. Gosh dang it! I can't believe I'm doing.
I just increased the quantity on mine by 1.
I need one in my inventory because I don't have
Yeah.
any.
All right,
My
hold on. Where's the
question
fucking?
is, should
Dagger
I
of
put
soul
the belt
stealing, here we go.
across? Do I put it around the waist? Maybe around the arm?
Oh, honey, you have so many options.
I do have so many options, so I'm
We need to
asking
talk.
You gotta make it like a thigh
Expert.
choker.
a thigh choke.
Mhm.
I mean, that
We have to
Hi.
try it in every spot. So
Every
let's go
spot.
talk. And she drags him over into a corner to like start trying it on him in different spots.
Every spot?
Every
It's
spot
not
would
that-
fit.
The belt's not that small. Come on.
unfortunate. Hate to see
I
it.
hate to see it.
Anyway, but yes, you guys now have items.
Also, are you going to be giving us the items that we got, or are we putting them in our inventories ourselves?
Oh, I'll be giving them to you, but you guys still don't know what they are.
Right.
Yeah.
Just making sure.
Hell yeah.
I thought you
Catherine's been
said-
wearing her cloak this whole time.
I think it requires attunement. So
I know. She's just like, she got it, she threw it on, and she's just been like, hell yeah.
At what
Tech
point does
look.
Caffriel try and choke Cal unconscious with the
that is some
Oh.
kinky shit, Walrus. Get
That's
your
not-
dick off the anvil.
No,
Get thine dick off the anvil. Ain't gonna happen.
not what I was going for, but okay.
She will try it around his neck, but she's not gonna tighten it that tight.
Feels
It's
like
one
I'm
of the
wearing a
spots.
tie.
She has
I
one.
feel
She
like-
has one around her neck.
How do you do this all the
I feel
time?
like the belt wouldn't work because
the belt buckles.
It's got
It's
one of
like
the
you
cowboy
don't-
belt
I have
buckles.
anime
Yeah.
characters that disagree. It's
Well, and-
it's like a scarf belt.
Well, and it needs
It's
attunement,
loose.
so theoretically, once he attunes to it, it will fit wherever he has it.
Am I the only one who imagines these like belts as like WWE, like the giant title belts?
No,
That's kind of what I think of when I
that's
think.
exactly what I'm
Well,
picturing.
the Belt of Dwarven kind, I do think of that.
That's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
picturing, but I'm picturing it as like a scarf belt, like one of those anime character, like gigantic, like it's hanging on, and it's like half covering his face.
Got a Kakashi belt.
I'm not sure how I feel about it right here, Caffriel.
It's kind of intimidating because he's got like a pair of real eyes and then like the dwarf eyes right there. Like,
It's just one of the spots we can try somewhere else.
Grandpa, can I talk to you for a second?
Of course, you had a request about a spell, I believe.
Yeah. Well, first, she'll take off her ring and she'll put it in her hand and kind of like hold it out to you. And
Oh,
this is a ring of spell storing, and it has one spell left in it, and it's Find Steed. I know that you're still. I know that you're still mourning old Dahlia, but I kept thinking of ways that I could use this, and it just never seemed right. I want you to have it. I want you to at least use the spell.
and this is like the spell that Cal uses to make Gideon, correct?
It is.
Huh. I'll think on it, and maybe tomorrow when we're on the road, I'll have a better idea of what to do. It summons any kind of creature, correct?
It does. At least so far as I know. I'm not familiar with the magic that much.
Okay. That's very sweet of you, Mihi. Thank you. I appreciate it. It means a lot.
It should be yours. And
I,
the second part is a request.
Sure. And he pockets the ring.
Well, she needs to keep the ring.
Oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah, but
Gives it back.
tomorrow,
Yeah.
attune to it and then spend the spell, and then I can reattune to it.
Gotcha.
It has 3 slots left in it, and I'm scared. Have been hurt a lot lately.
I have noticed, and he gives her like a pat on the shoulder.
She like just shrinks even further. You're usually the one that picks me up, and well, I don't want you to keep having to do that, and I think that me having some kind of healing either for me or for somebody else would be really great, but it's not my kind of magic. I've spoken a lot before about how I wish I could do that, but I cannot.
Oh, so you want some healing spells in this?
Yeah, and I think that it would maybe let me help out a little bit more and keep all of us a little bit safer.
I mean, that always sounds to me. I mean, it's usually myself and Cal bringing people up, besides potions, of course. So, the more people that can do that job, I mean, always the better.
I want to help as best I can.
Do you want, like, many of the weaker ones, or one slightly stronger, one a bit weaker, or one really strong cure spell?
Once, if you decide to use the Fine Seed, it will be a little bit easier. But for now, I was thinking probably smaller ones.
Sure.
That one that you speak a word at, from far away and it heals someone.
That one I would have to do tomorrow. I don't quite have that at the... Wait, yes I do! Never mind! Actually, I do have that. I remembered that I prayed for that particular spell yesterday morning, and wouldn't you know it, Maldween, being the wonderful deity he is, granted me that. Here I go.
Definitely not. Sucking up at all.
So yeah, I'll put a level 2 and a level 1 healing word in the ring. For Mihi. So that is 1d4 plus 4 for the level 1 and 2d4 plus 4. Yeah.
Thank you.
Of course. Hopefully this helps. I can tell that last fight worried you quite a bit, and you seem a little bit shaken. So maybe this can help you feel a little bit more secure.
I'll be okay.
And Mihi, we always do have your back. I mean, I know you went lights out a couple times there, but Cal and myself, always here. We'll make sure you're safe.
I know.
Hey, me too. I did not hurt her when she was down.
Wait, what?
Capriel's talking about belt things with Cal.
I wish you didn't have to.
It's a big scythe. I didn't hit her. I'm just saying. It's a big scythe. Did not hit.
I feel like a burden sometimes.
Me. None of us is a burden. We're all weak on our own, but as a group, we are quite strong. Especially Cal. He is very weak alone.
I thought you were going to say Cal's stronger than me, and I almost hit you to prove you were wrong.
And he gives Cal a wink from across the cave.
I'm suddenly realizing how hard it is to have personal conversations when we're all stuck together in a 15-foot dome.
In a giant dome!
The dome also carries sound, so when we're on opposite sides, it it has that kind of parabolic effect.
The acoustics in here are great. Great.
You think if we stand on one end of the dome and whisper on the wall, the sound will carry?
We should do a thing called Leomund's Tiny Choir.
I don't sing.
Leomund's Tiny Quintet. And Grandpa, if it's okay, can I stick maybe a little closer to you next time?
Oh, of course. Always, Mihi. And also another point of safety. Before you use whatever you got from ancient magic treasure room, do you want me to see what it is?
Oh, this rod?
I mean, yes. What if it explodes when you, whatever it is you do with a rod?
That'd be just my luck.
Do you think we should get this identified? She says, like, wrapping it around his bicep.
I mean, that looks pretty safe. It's a belt. You have 32 of them. What could go wrong?
Does it have Dwarvish writing on it, Adam?
It doesn't have any dwarvish writing on it.
Okay.
You might want to identify my cloak of tentacles.
I was actually going to ask you about that. I know you're pretty comfortable around those tentacle things, but I mean, they seem honestly very dangerous just by their
You're
nature.
wearing a cloak of eyes.
It's just eyes. What have eyes ever done to people?
I read an entire book series about a halfling that put on a ring and a giant fiery eye would stare at him.
Yeah.
Amazing plays as well.
Cal, you must have gone to the fiction section of the library again.
Bold of you to
Also-
assume I've been in a library.
Well, I know you've been in a library. You were with me the other day.
I was a I'm not supposed to go in those places. They have a list.
Maybe
It was an
that is
accident.
why Kiana
I-
Walrus got mad at us.
I did not mean to knock over those shelves. They shouldn't have, like...
He's like a bull in a china shop.
Listen,
I
you
did not
should-
knock over those shelves. I did not.
Listen, they should not have, like, propped it up on top of, like, 3 books. They should have just bought a new bookshelf. But maybe our tax gold should have went to the libraries instead of lining the coffers of the counts and dukes. Just saying.
This is why the bourgeois need to have their heads.
Seize the means of
I'm
production.
friends with one of those. That's Lord Sebastian. We've already seen, like, egregious spending by Lord Sebastian. I don't know why this is...
Yeah, but, like, all of Windsor's Landing compared to Basemount is vastly different.
Yes, Basemount's better. See? That's what you see when a powerful, rich person is in charge. They know how to run a town.
Mm-hmm.
Is
The
Olivia
most-
a capitalist?
I mean, the most common thing I've heard among the courtiers is why don't they try not being poor?
I mean, personally, I just don't think there should be a government. They're used for nothing but oppression.
Hey!
Leaving it to the people is what gets problems.
I personally
I feel like we should identify the
I
Cheshires.
stole from
Can we
my
identify
father's
which-
coin purse and I gave it to the poor. Which
If he casts identify on people, will it tell us what side of the political spectrum they're on?
Oh god.
I would say I'm pretty good
Giving
government.
it to the people, you're robbing them of the opportunity to better themselves.
I am going on a walk. Actually, I don't want to go on a walk. Glyphis, can you
You
go?
know, I didn't
Normally
realize
no one
how
disappears.
I didn't realize how close to that part of the political spectrum we accidentally made.
Olivia?
UNT. Just
Oh,
UNT in
UNT
general.
in general.
Yeah, I just
You
didn't
want to hear just Republicans?
I didn't realize that until you guys started talking about that. I was like, huh. Wait, that is, he's not wrong about what UNT believes, so.
I literally just made the snap decision to make Mihi an anarchist because there's no way she has not been hurt enough by government or people in charge that she doesn't give a
So
fuck about
Mihi,
them
if you're
anymore.
going to go
I
on
mean-
a walk, first things first, you need to like bring your bangs over your eyes, head down at a 45-degree angle. Don't look up and make eye contact with anybody. You're kind of small, so actually do like.
We're in a
up so you
cave.
But she said she was gonna go for a walk.
In a cave, though.
Wait, what do you mean I should hold my head down?
There's like there's a brooding like presence that I was trying to help you with.
Oh, she like crosses her arms and like does like the best like.
The lips, I'll like brush her bangs over her face.
This is like
Adds a
back
little
when I
curl
didn't-
to the end.
Adds a little curl to the end of the bangs.
This is like back when I didn't like
He
my.
doesn't try to. It just naturally happens every time he touches hair.
He's like Midas, but with curly hair.
The cow
Yeah.
I changed my mind. I don't feel safe going on a walk. I'm just gonna.
I also
She takes her
Especially
books
if
and she
No,
scurries
unless
off to
the-
one corner.
The dome goes away if I leave. We
That's
saw
true.
what happened last time.
Great.
I remember. Oh,
She
Dahlia
goes
died.
far on the other side.
No, that
of
was the Yetis.
other
Were the
before she
Yetis
can.
before?
Yeah, he left the dome. The
No.
Yeti.
The Yetis didn't kill Dahlia. The evil shrimp did.
Was that
Sure,
not in the
Moraz.
dome?
Nope.
No,
Oh,
that was
well.
when we were
That was
traveling.
when we were running across the
Across the lake. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking Remoraz. Anyway, Mihi takes like her books and her journal and she plops down. And I'm gonna start reading the letters, but we can do the identify first.
I mean, we already know what they are, but I guess we should tell chat what everybody got,
Not us.
not us. Cafriel.
Grandpa, describe your light box and then we'll do it.
My light box.
She's saying
You know,
describe you
you're-
casting the spell.
Oh, gotcha. So
Yeah, your light box.
I'll
I speak
take whoever's item first. I'm guessing Mihi's first, and I'll grab my pheasant's feather and hold it over back and forth over the rod and have the pearl light on fire above my head and start scrawling out the words in the air describing what it is that Mihi has grabbed from the Fun Time Treasure Room.
It is a +2 rod of the Pact Keeper.
Plus two?
Yeah.
I don't know what that is, but I know +2 is really good for spell attacks and stuff.
Fuck, this is gonna be disgusting.
Oh no, you Adam.
Disgusting.
That
The +1 was only uncommon.
Cool. Does that change the action part of it too? I don't actually know what a +2 one does.
The only thing that changes is the plus.
Okay, cool. Neat.
it changes it so you get +2 to your spell check modifiers.
It's my spell attack modifier and my save DC.
Yeah.
That's it.
And I can use an action to recover a spell slot.
Hell yeah.
Once per long rest, though.
Yeah, but still, I mean, I
Yeah.
get 3 spells. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Hang on. Does that make your spell attack modifier an 11?
Let me see. So it's 5
Yeah.
plus proficiency, which is now
Mhm.
4.
4.
So that's 9 plus 2 is
2.
11. Yeah.
Damn.
Eldritch Blast should never hit anybody ever again.
No, she can still get
No, I can
natural
still
ones.
natural one.
I
In
know.
fact, that's going to make it easier for it to hit
I'm
us because
pretty
if she
sure
rolls
that
with
makes my.
disadvantage.
I think that makes
I
my
think that's
spell
why she was
save-
saying it should never hit anybody ever. Like, go after anybody again because it will probably hit.
Wow,
I-
now.
I think it makes my spell save DC like a 19. Yeah, because so it's 8 plus proficiency, so that's 12 plus the 5 for my charisma.
17.
17
2.
plus the 2 is 19.
Yeah.
19 is now my spell save DC.
Holy crap.
Damn.
Need a staff.
You have a staff.
No.
Staff of birds.
So, do you announce?
Oh, he has a staff of the adder, remember?
Oh no, I sorry, I meant a staff that had like
A wand.
pluses.
He wants a wand.
Yeah.
He
So
wants that rod of like, oh god, what is it? The staff of like the archmage or whatever.
oh yeah.
I think
So you go ahead.
You go first, Will. I wasn't.
Okay.
thinking.
So the writing above my head is written in Aquan. So for those who can, I think only Mihi can read that. I think. But he'll tell the group and say, "Wow, Mihi, you really picked something quite wonderful for yourself. This, I know you've complained about the amount of magic you can use, and this will definitely help with that, as well as making it a little more potent. It does require attunement, though."
Wow. Okay. It's a little weird to hold just a rod. I was thinking maybe, and she like comes back and she like takes it and she takes out Grim and she kind of puts it along the spine and she's like, I was wondering if maybe you could help me craft like a book binding, like a book case that maybe I could lay the rod into that like it'd make Grim a little bit safer and would let me not, have to hold the rod in one hand while I hold Grim in the other.
Oh, yes, that should be pretty easy. I have plenty of iron ingots, if you don't mind it being made out of iron. Or, actually, I can make it out of pretty much any material now.
Ooh. Okay, yeah, we can make it look cool. I'd like.
Did I miss a sexual joke that was said by accident?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Colleen was laughing at.
Oh, no,
I was
yeah, Carly-
laughing. I was laughing because I was thinking about those like fucking
Elementary
textbook
school.
covers, but
Yeah.
that are like stretchy. And so
I was
it's
thinking that
imagine
too.
a stretchy cover that you just shove something into, like shove like your fucking recorder cleaner into. And I'm just like,
That was actually, I think when Ethan and I talked about this item, we had the exact same conversation.
that's why I laughed.
Yeah, big high school feels. But yeah,
All right.
I'd like that if you could do it when. Anyway, thank you.
I can do that.
You should focus on the other items.
Sure. Okay. Capriel, tentacle cloak, please.
Whoosha. She flips it around.
What does it feel like when I hold it? Does it feel like tentacles? Like, are they moving?
No, they're not really moving. It feels like the tentacles themselves aren't moving, but it does feel as if the material is kind of like a leather, but it feels like it's constantly like shifting, as if there's like some sort of, oh god, I'm imagining the feeling. I'm just trying to figure out how to say it in words.
I like how those the chairs that have like the massage thing built in, so there's something just moving at all times, but it's not like the actual thing is moving.
No, it's like take a really like a fatty piece of meat and like kind of rub it against your skin, and like how it kind of feels like that a little bit. It doesn't leave any residue though, but that's how it feels.
Ha! This is kinda gross, Capriel. Okay.
Nice.
And yeah, he'll continue the ritual, and 10 minutes later, he will find out what it is.
Yep. It is a cloak of displacement.
So
Character, I don't know what this does, but Capriel will explain it for me.
basically,
Colleen will.
what it does is creatures who make attacks against me make them at disadvantage. Is it only melee attacks or is it all attacks?
I think it was all attacks.
Blah blah blah, causing any creature to have disadvantage on attack rolls against you. If you take damage, the property ceases to function until the start of your next turn.
Yeah. So basically, disadvantage on attack rolls against me unless they hit, and then the disadvantage stops until my next turn starts, and then it resumes. And I'm gonna be unattuning from the animated shield to attune to this bad boy, which means my AC will be back down to 18.
16.
That's fine. Sorry, 16. Down from 16 to, or down from 18 to 16. Blah, 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 blah.
also just for posterity's sake, I'm unattuning from the Ring of Freedom of Movement for the Pact Keeper.
Al, are you good with your item, or would you like me to check out what it does?
I just thought it was a cool looking belt, so, but yeah, like, sure.
All right. Done.
Fair enough. It is a belt of dwarven kind. This feels very anticlimactic since you guys already know what it all is.
Alephius, I didn't quite see what you got, but I mean, just a nice book.
Yes.
Magical in any nature, or is it just a fun book?
Doesn't seem as such, but it is of an interesting topic, though only partial.
Part of a trilogy series of some sort?
It looks like some of the pages were ripped out.
Ah, Mihi, you know all about that, eh?
Yes. What topic?
Increasing longevity.
Of spells?
No, of the user.
Like immortality?
That I can see, though it does seem to be of a rather hefty cost. Gold-wise, I mean.
Too bad it isn't iron ingots. We have plenty of those.
Can't you turn those into gold, Grandpa?
Why, yes.
Can you?
Yes, I can change iron ingots to an equal value of gold with my. It takes my hour process of changing metal into other items of containing metal. Although, now that I think about that, is that like, I don't know, fraudulent? Printing my own or minting my own money?
Oh, no. Just make it look like raw ore, and then people won't question it.
Oh,
Because
that's fair. So
you're
you
just
don't.
a smith who
So
could
you're
a miner.
Your spell doesn't require coins of gold, just gold in general?
No, it looks like some of the ingredients listed here are very expensive.
Oh, it's the ingredients. Ah, I see, yes. But yes, I can turn, if we have any scrap metal, swords taken from cultists that we've slain that aren't daggers of soul stealing, excess armor, all of it can be turned into more iron ingots or gold, depending.
Well, I will really have to start saving. This is in the hundreds of thousands of gold.
What now?
Well, apparently life isn't cheap, as some
I-
might assume.
And
No.
you're wanting to live forever?
I just learned of essentially the source of magic. I don't want anything to stop me, be it my own body or, well, anything else. If I can continue being able to research without any concern of shedding a mortal coil anytime soon, then I'm interested.
Mihi will remember this.
What? Just simply wanting to live longer? What's wrong with that?
No, she didn't say anything. She just looked at you.
Gabrielle's given Olivia's extremely suspicious looks as she pets her tentacly coat.
Well, I would like to, I'll take first watch if you all don't mind. I'd like to, before I identify what I got, I would like to simply study the makeup of this armor. It's seems to be of a very old craft, so for my own purposes, I'll be working on that.
You can wake me up when you're ready for sleep.
Or
Third watch. Who's taking third watch?
I can.
alrighty. Good night, everyone. Sleep tight.
Can I read the letters before bed? Adam?
I mean, you can. I'm not stopping you.
I read the letters.
Okay. One of them is from your mother, and one of them is from... I mean, it's pretty ostentatiously decorated.
It's from Sebastian.
I read that one first.
Okay, the Sebastian one first?
Yeah.
Okay. It basically reads like, hello friends, I hope everything is going well in the Underdark, or the other mission you decided to do, whatever's going on, hope everything's going well.
When she gets to like the hello friends, she'll like stop and be like, everyone, we got a letter from Sebastian. Gather around.
Pass.
Fine. She'll read it aloud for everybody to hear.
Okay.
Sorry, continue.
That's fine. Hope everything's going well, especially if, you know, you're in the Underdark, but if you're doing another thing, whatever, it's fine. I guess, that's fine. It's fine.
Fine is underlined like 3 times.
It's like heavily scratched in. It's just fine.
Gabriel's like, that means it's less than fine.
I have given one of my... oh crap, what was his name? I'm blank on the name. Give me a sec.
The Goog? Nar?
No, not
Gunnar. Gunnar?
It was Gunnar. Thank you. It was Gunnar. I've given Gunnar a diplomat's pouch, so that way we can keep in communication with all of you. Though I suggest keeping some sensitive topics till we see each other again in person, seeing as I don't know, since this is a pretty common item, I don't know if anyone's gonna be able to take an item before it gets to someone else. So anything that's kind of sensitive or you feel like I need to know personally, probably wait. That might be a good idea.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if, it is possible for somebody to either read our messages or, look in on our shit?
He was talking about if someone stole your diplomat's pouch before you read a letter or something.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I guess I misunderstood. I thought it was like he was talking magically somebody could intercept or read our letters.
I mean, that's what he was saying.
Oh, really? Oh, sorry. I guess we understood different ways. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if that's even possible with this kind of magic?
Sure.
24.
I mean, it's magic. Anything's possible if you try hard enough.
Fair.
Also, got to thinking about it. Don't know if you can do it yet, but might be a good idea to give you guys this in case you need to return back quickly. And it is a teleportation circle sigil.
Oliphius, didn't you say that you could teleport now?
With a circle, yes.
Does the circle look like this?
I'm assuming it's the address.
I mean, it's a teleportation circle. Yes.
Yes, actually, that
seems like
inscribing
Sebastian gave us a gift then.
Oh, wonderful. We'll have to say thank you.
I could just, tell him thank you.
When you do, please ask how everything is going on back in Face Mount.
Okay.
We've been out of the loop for a while.
Okay. She'll pull out a piece of paper and she'll start drafting her reply.
Yep.
Do you want me to type it to you, or should I just say generally what it's going to say?
You could just say generally what it's going to say.
Dear Sebastian, we appreciate...
I think it would be Gunnar, right? He said Gunnar had the pouch.
Dear Sebastian, comma, and Gunnar.
We appreciate your letter, and we appreciate the gift of the teleportation sigil. We're doing well. We are definitely in the Underdark, but it is slow going right now. So we are taking things slow and carefully, underlined. We have been out of the normal loop for a while. How are things in Base Mount?
Oh, ask him if there's lodgings big enough for a hill giant.
How are we going to get a hill giant on the boat?
Exactly. Ask him.
The circle,
Any
we don't
news?
need to.
Any news you have would be appreciated. And also, if you could send somebody by our house to see how things are going there, we would also appreciate it.
And to see how much it would cost to build a room big enough for a hill giant.
I'll save that for the end.
Okay. She's hovering nearby.
We don't need to have the ship carry the hill giant. We don't need a ship.
Exactly. We can just... Yeah, we'll bring him through the teleportation circle.
Exactly.
It'll be fine.
Friendship forever.
P.S. She's going to go ahead and skip ahead and write the P.S. section first. P.S. How big is the room with the teleportation sigil? Asking for logistical reasons. Also, completely unrelated, what are your thoughts on having hill giants in town? ? Hope you are well. With love, OMG. Oh wait, that's not
Dragon's
OMG
Melody.
anymore. Right, Dragon's Melody.
OMG, Dragon's Melody.
We'll call it Our Modest Guild.
From love,
Our
with
Modest
love
Guild.
from our modest guild,
Oh,
Dragon
yeah,
Melody.
Dragon's
There you go.
Melody.
And roll credits.
And she will send that off.
A thought just occurred to me.
Mm-hmm.
If we're going through the teleportation circle and we're bringing the carriage through, and Sebastian's dog thing hates carriages.
Does
I
it
don't
hate
remember.
carriages?
We saw ruins of carriages on the outside of the walls. They told us to keep the carriage away from...
I forgot about that.
I totally forgot about that.
I did too.
I vote we find out because I think that'd be funny.
I mean, Grandpa can just make a new one, right?
Grandpa can just make a
I
new
can.
one.
So
We
It
will
will take-
annoy Gnaw. I
it
get
will
to
take
see
a lot
that
of iron
joke
ingots, I
creature.
guess.
This is a win-win.
it's a good thing we have so many iron ingots then.
I mean, that is.
say.
Besides,
I
if
just-
it's destroying the carriage, they'll be too busy to care about the hill giant, right?
Presumably.
That
Hide
I
the
just like-
bigger thing with the smaller infraction. That's how you do it.
I just like the thought that like the way Caffriel said, Grandpa can just fix it and make another one. It's fine. Is the exact same way like directors go like, we'll fix it in post.
Fix it in
For a second, I thought you were thinking like that's what he said about old Dahlia. It's like, oh, we can fix her. We're fine. It's like, no.
We'll make another one. It's like we'll fix it in post. Just like
oof.
Then I would like to read the letter from my mother.
the letter from your mother reads basically, "Hey Mihi, thank you so much for the presents and this bag. The doll was pretty amazing. I don't know how you got your voice in it, but it stopped. It might be broken. I don't know."
Why did it stop? I still have it attuned.
Oh, I thought you wanted to tune to it.
No, I'm pretty sure it's still attuned.
I could have sworn you said.
Oh no, the Ring of Protection took it. Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
Damn.
Thanks for the freaking toy.
But it is quite cute, and I very much appreciate it. It reminds me of you.
Aw.
Hope to hear from you again soon. Love, Mom.
Aw.
She'll write a quick reply.
Dear Mom, I cannot wait because we are coming to see you soon. Do you feel like you're up to moving? We have quite a good home set up in Basemount, and I would very much love to have you closer to me again. I'm sorry the doll stopped working. I've needed to take some measures to keep myself safer, and that meant foregoing the doll. However, if you attuned to it and recorded similarly to how I did, you could send it to me, and then I would have it be with me always.
She puts an exclamation point, but the dot is a heart instead of a dot.
With
Um,
horns.
We are close. We came into Brassington about a week ago.
About a week ago.
She doesn't even know if it's a week or not, but she's just gonna say,
And we are coming to visit you soon. You do not have to move, but I can promise you will be well taken care of if you do. These are good people who are keeping me safe, and I think they can keep you safe too.
"Shut up, Cal."
Hope to hear from you soon. All my love, your Mihi. Send.
So you send it, and then after you close it, and after you close the bag, you feel a little kind of like a little pressure, like barely, like you would not have noticed if your hand wasn't on the bag when it closed.
I reopen the bag.
There's a letter inside.
I take
What?
the letter.
Oh.
I open the letter.
You open the letter, and it reads, "Dear Dragon's Melody."
Ooh, we got a reply already.
That was quite fast.
It must be sometime that Sebastian is awake. I'm
Or it's
not sure.
Gunnar, and he's telling us not to be idiots. Go ahead and read it, Mihi.
It could be from Elora.
Dear Dragon's Melody.
Dear Dragon's Melody. I do not know why you needed to know how big the room is. Don't bring anything big. Don't. And like the don't are
She folds the letter and she's like, it said don't bring anything, not anyone. So Boulder is okay. Flips it back up and continues reading.
You notice
down really, really small.
you notice that the
We could polymorph him. We could polymorph him.
Oh
my
yes!
you notice
Big brain plays.
You notice the three stones are crossed out and like scrawled like over a couple other words that makes those words hard to make out. Like, ignore him, bring them, it'll be fun.
Okay, we have support for Boulder.
Yes.
Oh my god.
So polymorph or not, we have support for Boulder.
I think we have to polymorph Boulder because the circle is only 10 feet wide, and he's a gargantuan creature.
So how does a teleport
huge.
circle work? Do you just have to enter the circle, or do you have to be like within its bounds?
So
Because if he crosses, what?
let me get the exact.
I've been
wording.
reading, you have to be in the circle.
Oh, in the circle. Okay.
And he's
Polymorph.
15 feet by 15 feet. on the
Polymorph.
grid. So we have to.
That's one of the most brilliant ideas
we
I've
have
ever
to
had.
polymorph him.
That is.
Polymorph.
How big is the circle?
10 feet.
10 feet diameter.
Okay.
He looks exactly the same. He's just like a knee-high version of Boulder.
I love
And in
it.
that case, I don't think the carriage will fit, but I could channel divinity to make it into a small carriage, and then channel divinity when I get back to make it into a big carriage.
Yeah.
Again.
Our group is very...
Just take 2 hours for the teams.
We're very portable. We can just, collapse and re-expand.
There's
all
no way this goes wrong at all.
Yep.
This will
None.
be perfect.
No.
Absolutely none. Anyway, does the letter go on?
Yes, it does. Also, in regards to what's going on, that is definitely something that we should talk in person about because some interesting things have happened lately.
That sounds ominous.
That sounds awful.
I wonder if my dad's involved.
I wonder if the
With-
portal is involved.
With love, and then Sebastian is written in like very ostentatious like writing. Like think John Hancock style writing. It's like really big. Like half the letter is literally just Sebastian's signature.
But it's
No.
the
She, like,
8th grade
she tilts-
Superman S, and then really fast.
Oh my god. Miki
And then
tilts her head
Gunnar is like written like normally right next to it.
tilts her head to the side and is like, huh. Sebastian signs his letters like a jerk.
I think he has wonderful handwriting.
She folds up the letter and she'll save it. Grandpa, do you have the ability to contact Sebastian today?
No, not today. I made sure that all of my spells would be very useful for entering a potentially deadly temple of magic.
And sending a last 25 word to his loved one. It's not standard.
If you could maybe have that prepared, I do not know of another way that we could contact him. The only sending stone we have is for Yonora.
But is
I
25
don't know
words
if-
going to be enough for
Yes.
current events?
It's either that or we wait until we return from the Underdark.
I think we
Or-
probably just going to have to wait.
No, we don't. Yeah. I would say we could just teleport back, but then we have no way of getting back to here.
But we just have the scroll of teleportation, so we could go to your mother's house. Ollie casts teleportation circle to take us and your mother there. That sounds like a 4-session detour, and I don't know if I'm willing to sign up for that.
We can figure
But-
out that plan later.
Yes, that logistically it would be Ollie teleporting us back to basement. We drop your mother off. You, Ollie, use the teleportation circle to teleport us back to your house, where we go to the Underdog.
I can't.
But the teleportation scroll does not require. I don't count as a node.
I feel like that's a lot of unnecessary steps.
I think the simplest plan is the best. Let's just continue with what we were going to do.
So we're going to your mother first. So that
We're going to my mom. If she is okay with moving and she's healthy enough to move, we'll move her to base mount.
So we
And
have to
then-
teleport to base mount anyway.
Not all of us have to go.
I can just open up a circle.
We just have to shove her into a
Oh,
circle.
just
I-
with like a little shot put.
Her and
and
Boulder.
Boulder.
I'm
do
a
not-
little
I have-
worried.
Okay.
I'm a little worried about, and that's only if Boulder wants to come. He may want to continue to live here.
He seemed quite
Boulder
interested.
was adamant about
I just don't
going.
want to speak for him. But
We'll ask him tomorrow.
consent is important. We just I want to make sure somebody on the other end can take care of my mother. I don't want her to be in this big city.
Well, we have Melody.
Anybody. I know.
And
I
potentially Boulder.
I would need to contact Melody and tell her to meet my mother and make
Yeah.
sure everything is set up.
And we also have unprofessional peasants that are watching, along with
I
Melody.
They're not professional.
I
They
think-
are simply homeless. Only some of them.
Well, we're
But
paying
Oh, I
them
forgot about that.
only the
Forgot-
only so
They live with us now. They aren't homeless.
and
no.
we're paying them, so that makes them professionals.
One of them chose to still be homeless, and I have notes. So Netharius III chooses to go back to his spot every day,
Spot. Yeah.
as like, he wanted to, and then Jimbo chooses to stay in the storage room, so he's no longer homeless.
When you
And
said
they're
Jimbo, every
professionals
single Jimmy
because-
Neutron meme just went through my head.
The professionals because we're paying them. I think that's how that works.
And Jimbo has seen some shit. Like, he looked like he just fell on hard times.
Okay, so but we're going to bed.
Yes.
We had a lot to take care of. We've been underground literally for a good long while.
We're
2
going
days.
to be underground
That's a-
for even longer.
How long are we under there?
2 days.
2 days?
We were in the
2
temple
days.
for 2 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Feels like so much more than that.
Actually, just one day. One of our long rests was in the
Oh yeah.
Edinburgh
So
time
yeah,
chamber
a
room.
day. But
I'm
we've
so messed up. Our time
It
zones
was-
are fucked,
it was
guys.
3 days across the lake. We spent 1 day in Brassington waiting for the
Basically, tomorrow's
supplies,
be the 27th.
and then it was a week here, and we spent 1 day
Yeah.
underground. Tomorrow's the 27th of.
Well, technically, you guys spent like 2 days underground. It would have been a
Would've been-
third if you guys hadn't taken like the
Yeah.
8 hour. Like,
Yeah.
But we go to sleep. Grandpa takes first watch.
Yeah. So as I'm taking first watch, I'd like to look over the armor that I found from the magic treasure room and just kind of look it over, see what its make is, and like if I can find out what if I can tell what race made it, what race it was meant to fit, just how it's built in general.
I have brought over the item onto your inventory.
Ooh.
It is the unidentified version because you didn't cast identify on it.
Yep.
It is labeled as
Yeah, I see it.
obsidian.
Split armor. Okay.
Mhm.
And then Grandpa is going to take 10 minutes to identify it after. Or is there? I guess first, can I make a roll to see how much I learned from just looking at it? Anything like history, maybe?
So looking at this piece of armor, you notice that it is made out of what looks like to be like kind of same glass that that rod that Mihi got was made out of. Over top this like really dark black leather. Upon like looking at it, like observing it so much, you can see like there's supposed to be some sort of design underneath this glass, but the glass kind of covers up most of it, so you can't really make out what it is. And after you're staring at it for quite a while, you notice that every once in a while the pattern underneath moves slightly. Also, you notice that because it's like one piece entirely, and you notice where the joints are is made out of a very bright metal chainmail that's connecting all the pieces to help with mobility. So it's not just all completely obviously. It wouldn't be able to move and work efficiently as armor if it was all one solid, like hardened leather. So where the joints are, it's a chainmail that is keeping it together. It seems pretty it seems pretty decently sized. It seems like a normal humanoid would be able to wear it.
Mm-hmm. And I'm guessing I know enough about like magical items that they would form to you if you attune to them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But this is what you gather from before you identify it.
Yeah. Yeah, and so then I'll, in order to not disturb my friendos with the flames that come from my identify spell, I'll step outside of the dome and just go off to like one of the walls of the cave, and keeping my back towards the inner part of the cave and my looking out towards the front of the cave. So I know what's behind us. I don't know what's ahead of us.
That's fair. Okay, so you are casting Identify now?
Yes. Okay. And are you updating it in the,
There you
go. Let's see if I can find out. I've got so many things in this inventory. What letter does it start with?
D.
Okay. And then you said
D. It stands for D.
D, D, D.
okay, so I... Ooh. Well, that's very neat. And I'll look over to the group, and I'll just kind of say to myself, I hope the dark armor of this doesn't make them think... I mean, with the eyes, they already said I was looking kind of spooky. But armor can't hurt. Especially since this will fit me just perfectly. And I will take an hour of my watch to attune to it then, I guess.
Alright.
Out of character for people, it will fit to form any humanoid creature. It'll give me +2 to initiative rolls. And I gain Underdark Understanding. I can +1 to AC against attacks from Dark Elf, Durgar, or Illithid. And I think that's it.
Wow, that is like right on time.
Yeah.
Right on time.
So as you attune to this magical item, it eventually like locks onto your form. Like you have never worn armor before because you know armor doesn't really fit to your total physiology. But as it kind of morphs around you and locks itself into place, you hear a voice in your head.
Oh.
Hello?
Hello?
Well, I see you put your armor on.
Yes. Excuse me, but, I've never worn armor. Is this standard for magical armor?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Well, can anybody else hear you? Is this... And I look over towards the dome.
Nah, I just talked to you. Or at least anyone wearing me.
Oh, well, it's... I did not expect this. It's nice to meet you. The name is Albadeatros Rexingtrap, and most of my friends call me Grandpa, who...
Well, I'll stick to Albadeatros.
Oh, well, sure. I mean, I guess I don't know how old you are, so calling me Grandpa might be a little bit odd.
Oh, probably. Quite a few thousand years old, I'm taking it.
I guess I should be calling you Grandpa. Well, let's see. We are... what town are we kind of nearest to, out of character?
I guess the nearest town? Oh boy. Give me a sec. I gotta go look at the map.
Yeah, I was gonna do that too.
I'd say the nearest place. The nearest place is gotta be.
Right? Or...
No, you guys are not.
Okay.
No, the closest place has got to be Stackton. Stackton's probably got to be the closest.
So we're kind of in the middle of nowhere. But closest town. Hold on, let me get my map out. I think we are close to Stackton. If you've heard of that one.
Nope, never heard of it.
Well, if you are that old and you've been in the room I found you in that long ago, then yes, it probably didn't exist then. What? I guess what do you remember last? If you've don't know of that town.
Hey, last thing I remember was gotta be some pounding, noises, obviously, some lava, and then a big hammer, and that was pretty much it.
What? Can I do a religion check? When he says lava and big hammer, like, can I tell if he's referencing, like, is it Malduine or is it something else?
You may attempt to roll religion.
I would like to. Oh boy, this is good. 16.
I mean, you don't know. It does sound like an interesting type of forge, like at least some an interesting type of forging technique, but nothing that you're aware of in regards to like Malduine.
Okay. Well, if I'm guessing this is like a constant thing. You're not going anywhere. If you are attached to this armor, could I have your name, please?
Hey, you can call me Darkstone.
Darkstone. That sounds pretty cool of you. I think my friend Oliphius and Mihi would quite like your name. And actually, really Catherine. Maybe everyone. It is pretty neat.
Don't be talking about this. You know, some people find it kind of weird.
Oh, is this again first time wearing armor, even magical? But is this not a commonality?
Nah, I told you nah.
Huh. Well, I've got a friend that has a book that talks to her, so I think maybe
that's interesting.
Yeah, in fact, maybe you two can talk to each other. Oh man.
Let's see how this whole relationship between you and I goes first before we really start talking about me specifically to everyone else.
You know that seems fair. I respect your privacy, Mr. Darkstone. Well, I'm actually quite looking forward to this. This is and I start like moving my arms around and my legs just to see how I move in the armor itself. Just like taking in the fact that I can actually wear an armor for the first time ever and seeing kind of how it feels.
I mean, it definitely feels weird. You're not used to like this kind of stuff. It feels like a weird combination of like kind of like a constraining pants. Like you don't really have a ton of freedom of movement. But it's definitely an interesting feeling for sure.
This is I know you probably don't understand Mr. Darkstone, but this is amazing for me. I've been trying to find a way to make armor like you. Well, I mean, now that I know, not exactly like you. Armor like this armor sends you for people like me to be able to protect themselves. You are a unique entity. In more ways than one, I know now.
Of course I am. There ain't no Darkstone other than me.
Well, I look forward to working with you, Mr. Stone, Mr. Darkstone. Wow. Whew. Well, I'm gonna keep watch. Are you always, like, around? We're gonna have to figure out how this relationship works exactly.
Yeah, it'll be fine. It's not like I'm gonna wake you up while I sleep and none.
Oh, well, that's very courteous of you. While I'm keeping watch, I've heard a jaunty tune at the last tavern we were at. I could hum it to myself if that would, help pass the time for you.
It's fine. You don't gotta do nothing special.
Well, you are special, Mr. Stone, so, if you don't mind, and I'll start humming to myself, as I keep watch.
So, how high standing are you? I changed accents entirely by accident.
By accent, Dent?
High standing? Like, noble families?
Yeah, you know, like how much money you got?
I have exactly
Boy.
2,653 gold pieces, 153 silver, 14 platinum, 301 copper, and plenty of iron ingots. At least, yeah, not bad. I'm a merchant myself, and I am with a part of a guild of adventurers. There's 5 of us. 6 if you count the person's book, 7 if you count a chameleon, 8 if you count summoned horse.
They don't care about no animals.
Oh, well, okay. Well, you didn't mean... Well, never mind.
Do you count books?
But like, are all of them as loaded as you are?
I think we're all pretty well off at the moment. We all kind of spend our money on things we enjoy and things to make us a little bit stronger, better protected, kind of like what you are. But I mean, I didn't pay you, of course. But
interesting. All right.
I didn't think that money would be something that that armor cares much about.
Oh, I just like the way it looks.
Oh, I quite enjoy medals as well.
I've changed from Australia, which is what I was going for, into Brooklyn, and now I'm trying to go back.
You never go back from Brooklyn. It's too strong.
Hey, I'm protecting this guy here.
I can mute myself. Hold on. There's a thing I say to myself to get me back into Australia. And just give me one.
Is it
second.
Rise Up Lights?
It's
That's
not
a knife.
Rise Up Lights.
Sorry.
That's a knife.
I'm so excited, you guys. Oh my god.
All right, I go back. I was quoting Team 4-Star.
I'm sorry.
That's how I get into my Australian. This is quoting Jace. Anyway.
Australia.
So, I like the way it looks.
Actually, I'm a smith myself, so I'm quite a fan of metals. Not just the coins, but all kinds of metal. So that's why
You and I
actually.
are gonna be some good friends then.
Oh, I sure hope so, Mr. Darkstone.
If you don't mind, I'm just gonna keep an eye out.
Oh, that sounds perfect. It's actually my turn to keep watch. I guess going forward, now that you are my armor, is there anything I
don't
can?
belong to no one.
Well, no, working together, I suppose, is more. Is there anything I can do to make your journey with me more enjoyable? Just get more money? Is that what you want?
Yeah, it's still kind of like waking up, you know? It's,
Yeah.
We'll definitely talk about it some more later.
Oh, that sounds wonderful. You have a wonderful watch with me, and I'm glad to have you watching my back.
Of course.
And yeah, I'll continue my watch.
Oh, we love you.
Beautiful. I love it.
Anyway, so your first watch, I need to roll me a perception check.
Okay. Okay, and I don't need to do the other for him or anything. He's got his own.
Yeah, you just do your own.
I'll give myself guidance as well. Oh, not so good, but I'm entranced by my new armor. I'm like moving my arm and looking at the joints. I'm like tapping my back. I've got like my spear point, trying to use it as like a mirror just to see how it looks on me.
I mean, it looks pretty dashing. Like, it kind of hugs your form. Like, you didn't realize, but like, it's pretty fucking quite slimming.
Grandpa's fucking cut, guys.
Yeah.
I heard Grandpa had an 8-pack.
There's an Iro.
Prison Iroh.
Prison Iroh.
You got those side abs.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he's got the side abs, especially like
Ooh.
the bastions probably help make it look like actual abs.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Jinx.
Oh, and I will be unattuning to the Ring of Free Action as well.
Seems like everyone's unattuned to the
Damn,
the
I
Ring of
should have
Free Action.
unattuned to that instead of the shield.
Could unattune to the mask. Keep the shield.
Fuck you!
That's
Oh
her
wait, no,
aesthetic, though.
I'm gonna unattune to the Ring of Free Action to reattune to the shield.
Yeah.
Or no, to reattune to the mask.
I thought
We'll say you did that while we were, excuse me, while you guys were like setting everything up and all that.
Because
jazz.
I want my mask back.
Character. Now that I'm finally wearing armor, I get to actually use part of my subclass that wasn't active since level 6. I get 1 more AC.
Damn.
All right, so you're.
What's his AC now?
What'd you roll again?
21.
21.
The question
Which-
is, should I unattune from the frigid scale mail to reattune to the shield?
I mean, technically, if you unattune from the scale mail, you would just lose the cold resistance.
I know.
So, yeah. Personally, yeah. If it was, I would do that.
Well, we
We've
do
been-
know that there are frost wolves wandering about in the area.
I would still unattune from the chainmail just to get the AC.
I mean, but there's still. Oh, right, you're unattuning from the ring to get the mask again.
Yeah.
And while I'm doing, after my, I mean, does anything happen during my watch? I guess I should ask first.
Your watch seems to go uneventful. I mean, you hear the hail. It's coming down pretty good. Other than that,
And
Is
I'm
it
gonna roll
hail
for
or is it
my,
cow?
I'm gonna roll for my Staff of Healing recharges as well. Okay.
Oh, right, I need to roll for Cabal's Ruin.
Good
Okay.
to go.
I'm
Then
gonna.
I'll, I guess you can do what you're doing, Colleen, but I'm going to go over to Cal as he's asleep when my watch is over. And like a kid on Christmas, I'm going to wake up Cal, and I've got a big old smile on my face. Oh, yeah, Cal.
Good evening, Grandpa.
Yep, your watch is on. Notice anything different? Eh?
That's Alma. That's not your scales. That's
I don't have skills, first of all.
Ethan misspoke. Sorry.
No, it
yes.
fits perfectly.
But yes, armor! Something I've never worn ever before. Isn't that neat?
That's neat. That is cool. It is cool. I just thought you were trying to make your own.
Oh, I am. And this will be the first step into doing that. I'll need to find a mirror to see how this thing works.
When Grandpa pulled the chainmail out, did it look like it would fit him? Never mind. I don't know.
probably not. I mean, he is pretty fucking tall.
Is it
and big.
going around the shell?
No, it seems to like kind of go behind and then like just stop.
Stops at so the shell's coming out of it.
It
Okay.
goes like yeah.
I mean, I'm glad you're safer. That's cool that we've found that you can wear armor now. That's. I hope. Congratulations.
Thank you, Cal. That is.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that's. Yep. Anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Yep. Good night. And then you hear him whisper as he's like laying down. Good night. A second time.
Good night, Grandpa.
Oh, yep.
Okay. I will roll perception. Oh, Grandpa, before you go to sleep,
Yep.
the diamond that you keep for that one spell is in the back of Holden, right?
That is correct.
Good to know. Thank you.
Do you need it for something?
Well, I can cast that spell now, so I just wanted to
Oh!
make sure.
Well, you can. Wow.
I can cast things besides
Resurrect smite.
Resurrect.
No,
Smite
that one's
dead.
called Smite Death.
Smite dead.
Smite death.
Smite dead.
That's not what I meant. I mean, well, that's great. That is wonderful.
I think the word you're looking for is congratulations.
Congratulations.
Good night, Grandpa.
Good night, Cal.
Alright, so roll me perception.
It's a 9. It's pretty on brand.
I mean, everything seems to be going okay. I mean, like, Grandpa's a little weird, but whatever. And, like, the pounding of the hail outside is a little distracting, but, I mean, nothing happens, so...
I will wake up Cafrio. I watch. I'm gonna kick her awake with my sword. Hit her foot a couple times with the sword. That's how you wake me up.
That was a weird way to say it. Like, I'm gonna kick her awake with my sword.
Yes, yeah. No, you are correct. I could have definitely worded that better. Oh well. I can't even spell my own name. What do you want from me?
Fab. Alright. I'm up.
You're up. Awesome. Any weird dreams?
Did I have any weird dreams, Dungeon Master?
No. It's a pretty dreamless night.
My mind is surprisingly blank, like always. I just disassociated in my...
Nothing happened. It's just still hailing outside. Good night.
Good night. And I take my watch and I roll perception. 18.
That's the highest one of the night, baby.
Yeah.
I know, right?
Alright. Everything seems to go perfectly fine. Nothing really weird happens. The hail begins to stop, so that's nice.
Boulder will be so happy.
You hear super loud snoring outside.
That checks. Do I notice anything about Cal?
You notice as Cal finally falls asleep completely, he's out. You watch as slowly it seems like hair begins to grow around his chin. Like, this is definitely a lot faster than a normal person.
I guess also point of order, did Cal grow facial hair before? Or was he did he shave a lot? Was it really slow if he did grow any?
Baby face.
Baby face. She just scoots closer and sits there and stares oh my god, puberty is hitting him and I'm watching it happen.
Oddly enough, probably the most innocent way to observe that.
But yeah, other than that, your night goes pretty normal.
At one point, midway through your watch, Mihi gasps and sits up really quickly. And then, after a couple minutes, lays back down again.
How much sugar does it take to get to the moon?
Does she look like she's awake, or is she just?
She looked like she was awake when she sat up. Yeah, it seems like she may have woken up from a nightmare or something. She looked pretty freaked out.
Okay.
But then she lays back down and tries to go back to bed.
Cafriel just quietly tells her, If you need something to go back to sleep, just watch the hair on Cal's face grow. It's very relaxing.
What? like there's a long period of silence. Like it's like one of those like I'm not trying. I'm asleep. I'm asleep. I'm asleep. What?
And she just starts humming like a little lullaby, like, and pets her hair.
She turns over a few times, but eventually goes back to bed.
That my watch. Yay.
Yeah, your watch news go fine. And I think this is where we'll take break. So,
How long does it get?
I would say it gets. Oh God, I'm trying to remember
Probably,
the name
like-
of this person.
Probably how I normally have my beard. We're not like forced.
When we're not in quarantine.
Yeah. When I can get a shave every 2 weeks.
I would say right now. I'd say right now it's like Travis Willingham beard.
Damn, that was fast.
That was a dwarf kind, man.
It's only gonna get longer.
Yep.
All right.
All right, so we'll be back in about 10-ish minutes. Don't go away. We love all of you. Bye.
And we're back.
Hey.
Hello.
Hey.
A, the letter A.
This episode of Armada Skill has been brought to you by the letter A.
A stands for ah.
I was gonna say A stands for Space Australia. I like Paris better.
It felt right given the circumstances.
Space Australia.
Space
There's only
Australia.
one way. There's only one way for me to get better at that accent, and that's just to keep doing it.
Or-
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I was gonna say watch more TFT, but that works too.
Come hang out with Finn. That's all you gotta do.
Yo, if Finn wants to give me pointers on this accent, I would be more than happy.
I'll ask him.
I would have no idea how to give someone pointers on an American accent, so I don't know how much help he's gonna be.
I don't know,
We'll
you
see.
just talk. It's that easy.
Anyway,
To me, I don't have an accent, but I know I do.
The Colorado accent.
Coloradans don't have accents.
I
It's
mean,
the rest of the world.
Except for Mountain. That's the only one.
Mountain's the only
That's it.
one.
Mountain's
Yeah.
the only one, but the accent is a noticeable lack
in
of an
Buena
accent.
Vista.
Yeah, that's fair.
The rest of the world that's different.
I just saw Finn's response in chat.
Oh man, I'm not in chat. What did you say?
Tip 1, take a brick, hit yourself in the head. Brain damage is a key part of the Australian accent.
He does say that it's brick in the head. You gotta learn how to speak brick in the head, is what he tells
I was
me.
gonna say
brick
just
in the
be
head.
upside down for your entire life.
That too.
Gabriel wakes up, or people start waking up the next day.
Yes, people start waking up.
You wake up with Caffriel staring at you intently in the face.
Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. How do you feel?
What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
What did you do?
I didn't do anything. I've just been
My-
watching.
That's
This conversation-
terrifying. My face itches. What did you do?
I didn't do anything.
I don't believe you.
I
Does
didn't.
someone have a mirror on hand?
What do I
Oh, Olympians, can't you change the inside of the hut?
Don't,
Oh,
please.
God,
That's
that's
my nightmare.
horrifying.
Don't do that.
How horrifying.
No,
Oh my god, is that what I look like?
Make my
it's when I cast it.
make the sword shiny. Use prestidigitation. I'll pull out Heaven's Fang.
It's above. I'm not just some walking, talking prestidigitation.
And I'm not just some walking, talking spite machine. How does it feel?
I diversify.
Oh,
You two
you're a-
dug your graves.
You are a walking, talking smite machine with a beard.
I don't
Oh,
have
is that what we were talking about?
He hit
Uh,
puberty!
I hit
And a
puberty
beard.
like 7 years ago.
I'll cast
Wait,
Prestidigitation
you hit second
on-
puberty!
I don't think that's a. Why does my. What
We've
did-
had one, yes, but what about second puberty?
Yeah, that's a mood at 5'6".
I heard that it usually comes when you're approaching 30, but it
That's
looks like
no-
it hit you early.
And you actually like went to school beyond 8th grade, so like,
Unfortunately.
unfortunately.
And Grandpa, your armor, you look so dashing.
Oh, well, thank you. I was a little worried it was going to get overshadowed by Cal growing a minor beard.
But this is what you wanted, right? This is something that you've been working towards
Yes,
since we met
this
you.
is-
How?
This was my treasure from the goddess's treasure room. I grabbed the armor and it was able to fit me. That's the first time
Oh,
I've
that's so exciting.
By magic?
Yes, by magic. It's the first armor I've worn in my entire 300 plus years of life.
How does it feel?
Weird, but
Oh.
neat.
Imagine.
Huh?
I
so-
mean, if we had gotten enough belts, we could have given you armor.
I mean, is that armor though?
It is!
yes.
I mean, is it though? But really,
It is!
Although you are the armor smith, you should probably.
Gabriel, honey, you're talking to a forgeman. I don't know if I'm going to allow that to slide for myself.
Miki kind of goes back to her pack and pulls out the blacksmith apron that Grandpa got her, and it's like, I thought the first time that you'd be wearing armor, I'd be wearing this and helping you, but I'm happy
Well-
that you found something sooner.
Yes, this is something that I now can have a foundation of making my own. So yes, he will be wearing that when I make my
touching your
own
face!
armor.
Why did we all go to sleep and everybody changed?
I didn't change.
I'm just as spiteful as ever.
And I'm
Sounds
just
right.
as
Caffriel, what is
ever?
your chief coping mechanism?
Disassociation.
Okay, she's safe. Okay, we're good.
I would be concerned if it was something like hugging the threat away.
That's a good joke.
That's me.
Yes, it is.
Didn't work so well for me.
Interacting with my friends, does Darkstone say anything, or is he just keeping to himself at the moment? Because I'm using that as. I mean, yeah, as I'm interacting with my friends, does Darkstone say anything? This is the first time he's seeing them. Okay.
Nope, he's not saying nothing. Don't worry about it. If he's talking, he'll talk.
Gotcha.
We'll hear the didgeridoos.
Well,
Alrighty.
I don't have Finn here to come walking in on camera
We
with
don't.
a didgeridoo.
That was fucking fantastic.
Just
when that
pretend
happened.
he's there with a didgeridoo.
Over the hill and through the woods to Mihi's house we go.
How far away is it from here?
I think it's a fair ways.
Well, we have a
I forgot.
giant to walk us there, so
We do.
What town is she in again? I
We
don't
put her
think it was
right
in
outside.
Stackton.
I need to see the
I
map.
think
I
it
know
was-
where it is. Where is
I think it was in Sermond.
She's outside of town. She's not like right in it, but I think
Well, yeah, but I think she's in Sermond.
Sermon sounds right. Let me look at the map. I remember physically where it's located. Yeah, she's right outside Sermon. She's like right at where that river closes up.
Yeah.
And it's the 27th, Will?
it is.
27th
Taka.
of Taka.
Yep. Well, we have a hill giant friend to meet once again, shall we?
We shall.
I still think you did something.
I mean, you literally grabbed a magical item out of a room of magical items and you put it on and you think I did something?
Yes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't
This
be out
each
of
hair is a
character.
tiny tentacle. What?
It wouldn't be out of character.
If it was a drawn on beard, then yes, I would take credit, but this is grown of his own hair follicles.
Did anyone check that it is
Yeah,
fake
have
or
you-
not?
Have you checked? Have you pulled on it?
It pulled a little bit.
Yoink!
Ow! Ow!
Well, that sounded pretty real.
Did any come out?
I would assume
Let's
so.
see.
No,
One of them. Yoink!
Why? Okay, fine. You didn't do
Your
anything
own
magical
body
about
critic.
made me
This
grow
is
a
the
beard.
magic of hormones.
I
Or the magic of magic.
are the magic.
Or the magic of magic hormones?
That
Normally
too.
those expensive, from what I'm told.
It was fun to watch your face change while we were sleeping, though.
I feel slightly okay.
Caffrell, weren't you supposed to be keeping watch? Like,
She
on
kept
the
watch. She
out?
kept watch.
She apparently was staring at you the entire night.
She kept.
You
Well,
did
let's say glance over that. I'm going out to see how our friend Boulder is doing. Bye bye.
Everything was fine.
Before we head out, Mihi's gonna head over to Grandpa and hold out the ring. What do you think?
I think a little better while we're on the road. Give me a little bit. I can attune to it. I will do it by the end of the day.
Okay. No pressure,
I
no
guess
rush.
For the time being, I will unattune to the robe of eyes. For now.
But only for now. By the way, the hail is done. The sun is out, but it is like 34 degrees, so it's still really cold.
Good thing I have this big cloak of tentacliness. And
we still have
Yeti
our
stuff.
cold- Yeah, we have the Yeti stuff, so.
Yeah, but also big cloak.
We go and we see Boulder.
We go find Boulder.
So you guys step out, and you look down the cliff, and he's just kind of there, like laying down in the snow.
Boulder! Hello!
I just fell asleep.
Oh.
Oh, sun's out. My
What?
eyes.
He's speaking in giant.
What kind of time of day does it look like?
Morning.
Okay, so we're actually on the right schedule somehow.
Okay.
Don't question it.
Makes things
How do we get
Yeah,
down?
basically.
The same way we got up, we put pittons in. Just climb down.
Okay.
climbing kit. Down.
We very carefully climb down the cliff.
No,
side.
I am rappelling down face first, like they do in the special agents, like leap off. Dun 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 dun. Exactly.
Well, if
like
Cal's
the wind.
doing it,
The wind blowing through your beard. A little.
It itches slightly less with the wind helping.
Yeah, early beard.
should we roll to see who gets down there first?
I mean,
One of you could
sure,
let go.
Yeah, why not?
I
What
don't
are
think
we
there's a
roll
roll for
to?
reckless courage.
I think that's a strength check, or is that a charisma check?
Wouldn't it be Dex?
It's the opposite of your int modifier.
Wouldn't that be like acrobatics?
Yeah, roll me acrobatics just to like, because you know you're trying to like use like trying to like reduce air drag and all that jazz.
You both rolled horribly.
But I rolled better.
She rolled better by one again. That's exactly how it went last time. I got beat.
Wait, but don't they have disadvantage for the armor they're wearing?
That's for moving stealthily, not.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
stealthily, not for acrobatics checks.
You're thinking Pathfinder.
Yes, I am.
Roll me
So
a
by-
fortitude save, and Ethan's just like, what's the fortitude save?
So basically, you and Capra, like after you guys kind of hook yourselves, you both look at each other, and you both like just at the same time, just jump and just like your arms out and just like.
Hell
You
yeah.
guys basically just watch both of your compatriots jump off the cliff.
We strapped
They have a
ourselves
climbing
into the
kit.
climbing
I'm
kit.
not,
What? Well,
I said, well, I'm not reviving them. That was dumb.
I agree.
I am not a good climber.
Oh, you just have to strap yourself in and take little hops down the cliffside.
Just don't look down unless you want to.
Unless you want to.
She doesn't take little hops. She more just like reverse tiptoes down the side of the mountain.
I don't have.
She's
Oh,
not that cool.
wait. You know what, Grandpa?
Yes.
Are you needing to climb down? Because I thought of a shortcut.
Oh, I enjoy shortcuts.
Dimension
he's-
door.
Me, he's been at it for like a minute, and she's like, "Ooh, shortcut!" And then you disappear, and she's alone at the top, and like,
I'm much more like the idea of her being about a third of the way down, and then
So,
just
so I guess we get down there first then.
So yeah, so like Cal and Cap, you guys are like going down like the wind, like rushing through your face, like you're like, I'm gonna make it, and it's like both Grandpa and Aletheus are on the ground.
that's cheating. Magic was used.
I still think it before Cal. That's all I cared about.
Disqualified. Used magic doesn't count.
Cheating, I was using my abilities that I have trained.
You used magic doesn't count. And your
Also,
name
you're a
is not
sorcerer,
Cal
you
or
didn't train
Capriel.
shit.
You're not a part of this competition.
I never never said I was.
I am very high up and alone.
Keep on going, me.
You're almost there. Just don't look down.
This is awful.
After you get like about halfway down, Boulder like reaches up and like picks you and like brings you down.
Okay, thank you, Boulder. Thank you.
Did you cast tongues on yourself?
Right, of course. She'll cast tongues.
So basically,
And I'm so happy that you guys are back. It was very lonely out here.
I'm so sorry. You had the horses to take care of you, though.
I mean,
he like looks over, and they're like, like stiff, like up against the like. Well, there's only one because I don't think you resummoned Gideon.
I haven't resummoned Gideon yet.
3 days
Yeah,
and
so
they haven't gotten used to him yet?
No.
That's a giant.
It's a big ass fucking dude. Like,
it's a lot of noise. A lot of erratic noise.
It's a lot of dude.
A lot of dude.
That's a lot of dude.
That's a lot of dude.
How much dude is it?
It's so much dude that the horses are scared.
Aborting that joke.
Well.
Yeah. My brain went 3 places. I was like, I probably shouldn't be making this kind of joke.
Thanks for waiting for us, Boulder. I'm happy that you
well,
did.
you said you'd come back.
And we did.
Yeah. And you said I can stay with you guys forever, so...
If you want to, there is...
Well, I want to stay with you guys forever.
Well, we're going to be going very far away. And it's going to be a big change. Almost across the continent?
Is he asking to stay with us?
We're talking about it.
What's a continent?
So you know how far it took us to get from where your brother was to here?
Yeah?
Do that like 50 times, and that's how far away we're gonna go.
That's really far. Are we walking the whole way?
No, we'll be using some faster travel, but we are going to go very far, and we're going to go live in a city.
Ooh, does he know what a city is?
Do you know what a city is?
That's a place with lots of people, isn't it?
Yep, it's a lot of people, and you can't hurt anybody, and you have to...
And you can't eat any horses or anything.
You can't eat horses or anything. You have to be just, nice and peaceful. It'd be a big change for you.
I would.
What can I eat if I can't eat horses?
You could find food. It would be expensive, but you could find yourself food. I'm sure somebody in the city would have work for someone of your size.
I'm sure Lord Sebastian has ideas.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, she'll be like speaking in giant, and then when she gets a second, she'll like relay the conversation back to you guys.
I imagine.
I don't think you have to speak. I just think.
Yeah, with tongues, everyone can immediately
Oh right,
understand
you can hear me.
You're part of the conversation.
Yeah, I can understand.
Okay, that makes sense.
Part of the conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
Like Lord Sebastian would be very, very happy to have a giant to take care of.
Oh, he would. He would be ecstatic.
Would you like that? We know an interesting man named Lord Sebastian who would probably be happy to have somebody like you working for him, and he would pay you money that you could then use to buy food.
Would you guys be there?
Sometimes, not all of the time.
But I want to be with you guys forever.
That is so
So
of you, Mr. Boulder.
That's
but
literal.
we can be together all of the time. That's just not realistic.
ooh, Mickey, I have an idea.
Oh God.
Okay?
So we as a collective is Dragon's Melody, which does extend to those staying at our house. So if he stays with people at our house, he is technically with us.
Okay. She'll relay that idea to Boulder.
How is he going?
Will I be able to see you and touch you?
Not all the time, but a lot, yes.
But I want to be with you all, always.
Does Aliphia's have mind wipe?
I have mine spiked.
It's not the skill I asked for.
Boulder, I need to talk to you about something that's just a little hard. You remember what happened to your brother, right?
Yes, I mean, I know what happened to him. I don't know what happened to him.
Well, he was hurt by very dangerous things.
Hmm.
We go and fight dangerous things. A lot of dangerous things. Dangerous things that can hurt a lot of people and have hurt us a lot. Your brother was strong and your brother was good at taking care of himself, right?
Yeah.
But your
I
brother
mean, he
still...
could punch the wolves real hard,
Yeah.
and then they'd listen to him, and he'd punch other things real hard,
Yep.
and then they'd listen to him. So he'd punch really hard, and people would listen to him.
These things don't listen no matter how hard you punch.
Well,
And
that
she'll kind
doesn't
of-
make any sense at all.
She'll like actually take the collar of her dress and kind of pull it to the side to show one of the many scars that she now has. So there's like the burn, and then there's the poison, like blood, not like veins, you know, like almost like purpley spidery veins that she got from the spiders. And there's like the little, actually that one's a little bit lower. She wouldn't be able to show that one without it getting risque, but you know, she shows how messed up her body is.
Gabrielle sees you sharing scars, and she just immediately like shows off her bite mark.
This is how bad we get hurt doing what we do. And we could take care of the things that took care of your brother. So it's too dangerous for you to come with us all the time. And
But if it's dangerous for me, then it's too dangerous for you.
we're built to handle this. And
You know, like she struggles for a little bit before she said that. It took like a couple seconds for her to like work up the courage.
But you're so tiny. You're so squishy, and you can get hurt way easier than me.
you would think that, but we can be tougher than we look. And Boulder, we all love you. And we do not want you to get hurt, and we want
Well,
you
I
in
love you guys too.
and we want you in our lives, but we cannot bring you with us. You need to be safe, and you're welcome to stay with us, and we can come and visit you occasionally, but you cannot come with us on all of our adventures. That would lead to you getting hurt, and honestly, if you got hurt, that would hurt me more than somebody punching me really hard. Do you want me to get hurt?
No.
Then I need you to be okay with only seeing us every once in a while.
Roll me persuasion.
Alternatively,
Can I assist?
teleportation circle, we step through and
Can
he's
I
none the
assist with
wiser.
the persuasion?
I don't know if you can
my
understand him. Sure, why not?
Yay!
Thank
My scar's pretty cool, guys.
14.
You promise to visit me all the time, at least?
As best we can. And I'll tell you what, Grandpa has the ability to send messages to people by voice. So he can send you messages, too.
I don't know what he's saying, though.
I can teach him a little bit of Giant. Not a lot, but enough, and it's at least you can know that we're okay.
Okay.
She like you know, I assume he's holding her in his hand, and she like goes over to his thumb and hugs it really tight.
Thank you, Boulder.
He like wraps his fingers like around a little bit, like to kind of like simulate hugging, and it hurts a little bit. He's real tightly. It's like almost as bad as an Adam hug.
Oh
Well,
god.
you know what Adam hugs do to me.
I know.
And I think
I said-
Zeke is
that's
just
why I
as
said
fragile as I am.
That's why I said almost. I said almost.
Okay.
Okay, Boulder, so then the question is, do you want to stay here in your home where you know things are going on and you can see your brother? Or do you want to come back to the big city with us and you'd have to work and you wouldn't be able to eat horses?
I mean, people don't like me here. If I go with you, maybe people will like me.
Maybe, but the people there are just as small as we are, and they may be scared of you. So, there's no guarantees.
I mean,
Well-
if Lord Sebastian has his pet, then I'm sure that Boulder, the gentle giant, will be a welcome surprise.
We know at least one person that will love Boulder.
That is fair. We know at least one person that will really like you, but he's also a little weird, and I cannot promise you that he won't try to use you.
The
So,
ruling party, thus he's correct in that region.
but he's very powerful. That doesn't necessarily make him right all the time, but he
Was
is
your mother
powerful.
correct in trying to use you, Oliphius?
No, but I'm trying to
Oh, it's a
Yes,
big ol'
Oliphius, but he
You
only
want
understands me,
So-
so I'm going to be the one saying things here.
big ol' yikes.
She's society, technically she's not wrong, but I'm stronger than her in the way of magic, so thus I'm correct in that aspect over her.
Anyway, Boulder, what would you like to do?
I'll come with you guys. You
Okay.
guys said I can get food somewhere how else, so
You'd have to work for it. You'd be working for a man named Lord Sebastian. You have to do what he says. But if you do
do I
what he
get to punch
says,
things?
maybe if he wants you to punch things. But if he says no, then you can't.
But if you guys say yes, can I punch things?
If we tell you to punch something, it definitely deserves punching.
Okay.
Does that sound good, Boulder?
That sounds okay.
Okay. We'll be traveling like this for a while, and then we'll go to the city afterwards, okay?
Okay.
Okay. I can ride with you if you would like.
I thought I was gonna carry all of you again.
Oh, yeah, you could do that. That would make this a lot quicker. I didn't want to assume. We really
Yeah.
appreciate you carrying us. We don't want to take it for granted, though.
Oh, you guys don't weigh a lot. It's okay.
Okay. All right.
I've lifted boulders heavier than all of you.
I bet you could lift yourself, too, and you're the biggest boulder around.
Oh, I can.
Mm-hmm. She, pets him on the thumb, attaboy.
Now, can you put me down so I can talk to our friends and let them know what's going on?
Okay.
Okay.
You watch as he puts you down gently.
Okay, so Boulder wants to go back to Base Mount,
Yes.
Lord Sebastian will be very, very happy about that.
and he's also agreed to carry us to my mother's house.
That'll make travel time quite a bit quicker.
Yes.
If we're trying to get Boulder to Base Mount, we should probably let Sebastian know just a little bit of ahead of time before, your
Don't
mother
worry.
steps through and then I push a polymorphed Boulder.
Yes.
I definitely
it's-
think we should just surprise Sebastian with a giant. I think that's...
I would agree. I just need to make sure my mother is taken care of. She is my priority, and as much as I love Boulder, I need to make sure she is taken care of first. So we could do it in two ways. We could send Boulder. We need him to carry us, so I think it's better to just do it all together.
Altogether, I think, yes.
I will make sure that Sebastian has plenty of heads-up notice.
I can send ascending if the diplomat's pouch is too slow, but
I think the diplomat's pouch will be fine, but I think it may be a good idea to send him to talk about the news that he wanted to share.
it's
Unless
only
we have a
25
better way.
words.
Do we have a better way of talking in person? Because I'm anxious about
Well,
what
I
he has to
guess-
say.
Theoretically, I don't know how many clerics that Lord Sebastian has at hand, but I could send one sending asking what's the news, and he could line up 15 clerics and have them each tell me a little bit of the news.
That sounds just
That sounds like something
extravagant
Lord
enough that
Sebastian
he
would
would
do.
do it. Yeah.
Alternatively, if you give me the scroll of teleportation, I can step through and then come back to you all.
Is that worth our news, though? I thought that the Scroll of Teleportation was our get out card if things got really bad.
Also, if you terribly mess it up on the return, because you don't know Mihi's mother's house that well, and ends up back at your mother's house.
No.
Oh,
I'm saying I have to be there for the circle anyways. Thus, I can have some time to learn about the
I
location.
think the news can probably just.
Okay.
I think it is still worth ascending.
If nothing, tonight I'll send a message to Lord Sebastian, see what he sends back to me, and we can hold off on the excess teleportation if need be.
Okay. Alright, Boulder, we are ready.
Just go from one point to another instantaneously, though. Just the idea of it. I'm saying it will cut down travel time significantly.
That scroll was like 1,000 gold.
No. I'm just saying the ring of or the circle of teleportation.
Oh,
It's going to be a great asset.
yes.
It is, but we don't have a way back to this side of the world. We'd have to do another boat ride, and we all remember how the last one went.
Speaking of, for this day, I'm going to spend an hour working on a circle that will be inscribed in this carriage.
Hey,
You have to do that every day for a year straight.
for a year straight?
For a year straight, you can't miss a day. It's not like
Damn.
It's not coming out with this like. Yeah, sorry.
I didn't realize it took that long to make a circle.
No, it takes a year every day. You have to work on it every day for a year straight.
Can't skip leg day.
Wow.
Alright, everybody loaded up and ready for travel?
Yep, I'll step on into the carriage.
Me too.
I'm gonna ride on Boulder's shoulder.
Oh, and you need to cast the spell.
Yeah.
Damn,
I don't have the money for that. Nor the
that's
ingredients.
crazy.
Yeah.
Dang.
And also, I think, I don't know, to me it's like GPS coordinates, not specifically like on an object, but I don't know if it specifically says either or in the spell. Actually, it might. I think it says the
yeah.
location in...
A permanent teleportation circle can be cast in this spell in the same location every day for 1 year.
So in
I
the
think
same
that would be GM
location-
ruling.
Yeah.
I think we'd be able to
It is
do
the
it.
same location inside the card.
Yeah, that would work.
Yeah. It's just not the same location in world space. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Regardless, we make our way
Okay.
by being carried by a giant.
Yeah, if you want the teleportation circle, it sounds like good fodder for a time skip.
Oof, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
That's
to
the
do.
gold of casting teleportation circle has a cost to cast. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
50.
You have to have a year's worth of the cost as well.
Oh,
Just so you're aware, it is going to cut your time. Like having Boulder carry you is going to cut your time in half getting places. So as opposed to taking 2 days to get the stacked in, it only takes you 1.
Oh, nice.
Damn.
Hey.
Okay. And we're gonna make sure that we skirt the outsides of the town because we don't we want to be out of sight,
We
far
should.
enough away that nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, look, a giant's running a
Yeah,
town."
we should probably stop like 6 hours out and kind of just go the rest on the carriage. The town's not going to react very well to a giant.
Can they stop him? No, I know.
I mean,
There's one way to find out, but no, we're not doing that.
no.
So yeah, we'll stop like halfway through the day, or 2/3 of the way through the day. Yeah, you guys think 2/3 of the way through the travel, and then
3/4.
3/4,
Yeah.
3/4.
3/4, and finish the rest on the carriage.
I mean, that's not going to make Boulder any smaller.
I know it's not gonna make Boulder any smaller, but he's farther away, like from like.
Yeah.
You said she's on the
On the
outskirts.
horizon.
Yeah.
While we're traveling, can I do a check for my book?
Sure. Roll me an Arcana check.
Okay. That's an 11.
Also, Grandpa, can I leave this? Can I leave the rod with you so you could maybe work on the binding today, or
Oh,
is that something
yes.
you wanted to wait for the next day?
I can do this while we're traveling. If you have what do you want it to look like or be made of? It must include some metal if you want me to do it in
Having it be all
an
metal
hour.
is fine. I was thinking that it would, because Grimm's cover is this, just very dark brown stained leather. I was thinking that the metal, if there was a metal that kind of had like a black polished finish to it, I think that would be pretty cool. Either that or like a burnished silver.
I mean, do some kind of maybe tin, like a polished tin, for the silver, or I don't know how much obsidian would take. I mean, that's a metal, I think. A rock. That's rock.
There's
both.
some metal that looks black, isn't there? I know nothing about metallurgy.
I think the silver would look quite nice against the brown, however. I think we should probably go with that, if you don't mind.
You are the smith here.
So yeah, I'll take an hour of channel divinity inside the carriage being carried by Boulder. The sound of hammers pounding anvils kind of fills the air as I concentrate on the shape of the book using several of my iron ingots. Adam, you have to let me know how much that would take, each being worth 5 silver a pop.
It'd probably only take 2.
Okay.
We'll keep chewing through those ingots someday.
Well, I mean, you can convert them into gold.
Yeah, and so once the channel ends, it's a silver book holder with a slot made for the size of the rod that she has, and the parts that are on the front and back cover of the book are kind of like a swirling sort of design, so it's not like a solid piece. It kind of swirls and has kind of like filigree, how it's kind of rounded and shaped.
I would think it would hug the corners.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of design, so
but each of the little spirals has each has a version of a spell that I've seen Mihi cast. So a little Eldritch Blast bats are in one of the corners. What I've seen from her Infernal Wish is in the other one, and it sends out different spells. As a bit of a joke for Grandpa, he even has something that looks like Dispel Magic in one of the corners. The Shadow Blade is one of them as well.
You had... Oh my god, you had to throw that one in there. It wasn't enough to taunt her with the Infernal Wish. The spell she removed from her spell list,
Oh, you don't have it anymore?
She's not going to cast it ever again. It scared the shit out of her. No, she's not doing it.
That's what he remembers most. It's a recency effect. So it is a bunch of those. It's not just those 4 spells. It's probably maybe 6 to 8 spells that he remembers, kind of in the little kind of swirly patterns that are around the binding of the book. And he will hand that to me.
Thank you, Grandpa.
Oh, of course. I tried to make it look extra special for the magic that you and Grimm together have created and helped this team with.
She puts it down and then sets Grimm in it nicely, and then
I hope it's cozy for him.
Grimm, how is it?
It's nice.
I think he likes it.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you, Grandpa, and she'll give him a hug.
I'll give her a big old hug back, and I'll give Grimm a little pat in the book holder.
Scratch is fun. He likes that. He likes it. Thanks, Grandpa.
Oh, of course, me.
Hey Mihi, can I borrow your diplomat's pouch really fast?
Oh, sure. Here.
Caffriel has 2 notes scrawled. One, she's going to think of her dad and try to send it. The other, she's going to think of her brother and try to send it. She's not sure if it'll work, but she's going to try anyway.
Okay.
Do either of them go through?
What?
Don't worry about it.
I sent the notes to Adam.
Okay.
Please tell me one of them starts with like, "Hey, fuck face."
I mean, you're not entirely wrong.
That sounds on point.
Yep.
I mean, they both go.
What happens if somebody doesn't have a diplomat's pouch?
You don't know.
You don't know. You haven't tried before.
I don't know. But I will not read them if they come. I'm just gonna look at them enough to see who it's from, and then I'll give them to you. Who did you send them to? Unless you don't want to say, and then
I
I'll
sent
have to
one
guess.
to my dad, and I sent one to my brother.
Okay. If they come for you, I'll pass them your way without reading them.
Okay. Thanks, Mihi.
Okay. After like maybe a couple minutes, you get a letter.
Oh.
I open it like just enough to see like the 2 section.
Oh, it doesn't. It's just a slip of paper.
Oh, what is it? Like, what's the
It says
first
yes.
couple?
I think this is probably for you, Caffriel.
Do I recognize the handwriting?
You do. It's your father's.
Oh. She grabs another piece of paper, like a slip of paper, and she just writes back, "Cool. Remember my tiefling friend? Not," and then what's Cal's mom's name again?
Callie.
Callie.
Not Callie's son. The light blue one. And then folds it in half and grabs Mihi's waist and just shoom.
I forget. Did you guys tell him that Cal was Callie's son?
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't remember if you guys did.
I don't know if that came
I
up
don't
after.
remember.
I think it came up she said she knew him. I don't know if we told.
Because we found out that they were an adventuring party after all of
I
that.
know.
They were part of an adventuring party. They just knew each other.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Caffriel's father was in an adventuring group.
Oh,
but
okay. Gotcha.
It's
Callie
Mihi's
and-
mom that we think might have been in an adventuring group with.
Yeah. No, we know Mihi's. Well, you two know Mihi's mom was in.
Yeah.
There's some
wanna
weird
That's what I was
say-
remembering.
I want to say
I
it did
feel-
come up.
I don't know. It
I
seems
think I
too
told
early,
him I
but-
was. I
That
think
was
I
a
told
long
him
time ago.
It was a long time ago.
Yeah, it
I
was.
when I told him I would keep Caffriel safe, I told him I was Clyphus' son. I either said Clyphus or I said my dad's middle name. So I don't know if he knew both of them. So I don't know if he just knew him by Jor. I don't know. I told him I feel pretty confident I told him I was Jor's son. When I told him I would
Okay.
keep Caffriel safe.
I'll take your word for it. A few minutes go by. Another note comes up.
Do you want to just hang on to this for the day?
No, because I told him to think of you. So
Oh.
Pull out the note. Hand
I
it to
look at-
Gabrielle.
I'm gonna check it.
Yeah, what about her?
Turn it over. She's the one with the powder, not me. And then,
Just like texting your parents.
hey, do you even know how to work one of these things? Fold.
Shove.
I now know how a mailbox feels.
Another one pops up.
Mail for you.
You've
Bing
got
bong.
mail.
Of course, I use this thing. What kind of peasant do you take me for?
I find offense to that.
Does your dad always write such short replies?
Yes, and he also speaks this short in real life too.
I mean, he spoke plenty when we met him, but maybe it was just because the situation was tense.
Yes, he was very stressed. This is more in character for him.
God, he sounds like one of the people that someone will write like a really eloquent text or message,
And then
about how much
K.
They love, yeah, and K.
Yeah,
Or C.
Or just red.
read at 6:55 p.m.
Yeah.
She writes. She's gonna write back. Speaking of peasants, Raphael is alive and all right. Pretty sure he ran off with one. If you haven't heard from him, love you, or whatever.
Love you, comma, or whatever.
Shove.
Also, did I get anything back from my mom?
Not yet.
Almost as tense a relationship as I have with my family.
Like an hour goes by before another message pops up.
We are just popular today. All of a sudden we start using it.
What's the note say?
It's a long note.
Oh, okay. Who's it from? Like, what's the first couple lines?
Oh, the first couple of lines are, how do you know this?
Okay, Caffrey, I think this one's for you too.
She's trying to do her best to not read into her own privacy, but, you know.
She's using me as a mailbox.
I'm a mailbox.
The note reads, basically, how do you know this? Where is he? Is he okay? Is he safe? Why has he not contacted us? Did you contact him? Did he contact you? What is going on with your brother?
She just sighs and she's like, course. She's gonna start the note with, first and foremost, I'm gonna need you to promise that you're not gonna burn down another country for one of your children.
This may be an awkward question, but are all fathers like this?
No.
I guess it depends on how much money they have based on his reaction.
Huh.
No.
He has led soldiers. Well, soldiers is a very strong term.
This two-parent system seems very strange.
Yeah,
seems like
it
it's
does.
It kind of seems like it's full of dysfunction.
What do they do if they disagree?
Well,
My
that's when
parents went for walks when they disagreed. Where do you think I got it from?
I suddenly feel like I understand you more.
bedroom, and then they would come out much more agreeable.
One uses political power or martial power to sway the decision of the other.
You know, I think I'm slowly becoming more and more glad I do not have a father.
You know, I was told that I was the result of a disagreement.
What does that mean? That you got your disagreeable
very,
nature?
very angry at each other.
Uh-huh.
And love each other at least a little bit. It's called The Birds and the Bee. Oh, okay. Well, anyway.
Tusk love.
I'm very confused.
I'm like writing my letter and like talking at the same time. And then I'm gonna like continue in the letter, like, as you know, I put a little like sign here at like, I promise I will not burn villages in search of my children.
And then I continue on with like my turtle compatriot can cast sending, and I got curious one night about where he is and if he's alive, and I wished upon a star, and that's irrelevant. And I like scratched that out like a lot.
When you
and I, you know, had him cast sending for me, and he got a response. And he is not the type to lie. And I also have had a very vivid dream about him. And I also scribble out the part about the dream because, like, I'm like, you would fucking care about that, mystical bullshit. Like, and then he ran off with a red-headed peasant with a limp, and with the reply that I got from Raphael said that he's on vacation and that he hasn't been gone long? ? Have one of the magic users cast sending if you can, and then shove.
This is Alex saying this. You just condemned the fate of all redheaded people in your entire region. They are all dead.
I made him.
So,
there's
fun fact: redheaded stepchild was not canon in this universe until this moment, and the
right.
Great Redhead Massacre of Kavanaugh now gave rise to the term "beat you like a redheaded stepchild."
He needs to sign on the dotted line that he won't raise any more villages.
You just gave him all the information before he signed. It was a good attempt.
And of 17.
No, that's wisdom. I traded.
Oh, I thought you were int still.
I know. I have high int, not high wisdom.
I know. Oh, I guess it is wisdom. All right, fair.
You just gave him all the information he knows. Oh my gosh.
He's just gonna wait to sign it and start racing villages.
Signed, I
response
make
back
no
to
promises.
yeah.
I don't even look at it. I just hand it to Caffriel.
Crap.
I mean, I guess I can get ready to go as soon as possible. It's gonna take me a few days.
I'm just like,
Got him.
I knew it. The one that I didn't look at.
At first, I'm like, I really hope he's not talking about crazy villages. And then
Let me get my burning torch.
Which is really ironic given what he's not and me have been through.
My torches, my pitchforks.
I
You
think
need
this
certain
one-
ropes to draw and quarter people.
There's so many logistics to get. I need to hire inquisitors.
I've got
Oh,
my wife's
okay.
wedding, my wife's get murder to fake, a country to run, and a war to start. I'm absolutely swamped.
Good, Ethan, good.
I wish I understood that reference.
Princess
Bride.
Bride.
Oh shit, you're right.
How
Oh my god. I'm gonna watch that movie again soon.
Mhm.
I think I find it on Blu-ray.
It's a great movie.
Gabriel, I have a question.
Hang on, wait, can I read this letter really quick? What does it say? Just
It basically says, I can try, it might take me a few days to get ready. When will you be here? Excuse me, when will you be here?
so we're gonna make it to the outskirts of the city by the end of tonight. So we'd probably make it to her house early morning
Oh,
tomorrow.
Oh,
We
'Cause-
cut off an entire day.
You got
Right,
an
but I
entire
mean,
day.
That's
to
a
the
pretty
Stockton.
long way. Where's Stockton? Is that
Stockton's close to the mountains.
okay? So we still have a long way to go.
Yeah. It would have
Okay.
taken you a week to get there. Normally. It's only gonna take you 4 days to get there.
You told
Okay.
us 2 days. What? It changed.
2 days. So it went from 2 days to 1 to get to Stockton. To get from Stockton to Srimond, it's going to take you, instead of 8 days, it's going to take you 4 days.
And we're going a little bit past Srimond, so it'll be 4.5. right?
I mean, yeah, it'll take you about 4.5 days to get to where. Maybe not even 4.5. Like literally about 4 days. Not like it's gonna take that much extra time to get to the outskirts.
She will say, "Take your time, mother. We can afford to wait around a little bit, and I want to spend some time with you before we leave. Expect us in about 4 suns from now."
I do need to
Send.
go to a town.
Oh, love you.
Get chalk if we are going to be.
I'm positive my mother has chalk.
Okay.
I mean, she would.
Is it a value of 50 gold or more?
Let's just say that we had a room full of materials growing up. We have a lot.
Okay.
Your mama
by
doomsday
any-
prepper.
By any chance,
She's a prepper.
I would like to get us procure. I don't know if Stackton would have this. One more diamond. Cal says he can revive people like I can, just in case.
Wait, what? You can?
A new
Me?
thing.
Or Cal.
How do you know, Cal? I've known you, but how do you know you can, Cal?
Dream.
Okay.
Dream.
Goddess of dreams.
Oh, you say dream, and he's expression kind of like falls for a second and then comes back up, and she's like, "Okay, yeah, I understand."
What were you going to say, Livius?
I was merely going to ask, what was your father's reaction when your brother left originally, essentially losing an heir?
Well, he was extremely unhappy. But also, there were already rumors that my brother
And did your father say those rumors were salacious or was denying it?
Deny.
my father. You see, it's not so much scandalous that those rumors were, so that we're both pretty sure that Raphael is gay. But that's only a problem because that means that carrying on the family line falls to me, and my father had zero hopes for that happening. So he had all of his eggs in one basket, and then that basket disappeared.
Well, not necessarily. You can find a nice prince for your brother.
Well, but then they can't.
Adopt.
Well, they care a lot about the bloodline.
Okay. I don't know. Find some magic way to transform it.
Get a girdle of gender change.
I mean,
just for like 10 months.
Anyways.
Anyway, but yeah, he was extremely on edge, like really on edge, because we weren't sure if he was like, dead or had just. This isn't exactly the first time he's taken a, like a sporadic
Sabbatical.
vacation, but like a sabbatical. But he's always back within like a couple of days if it's, So this was really long, and then all of a sudden, I was snatched. Yeah. And then he raised a couple of villages and started a war and etc.
Present day.
Village had a name.
It wasn't the only village he raised.
I think Windsor's Landing was the only village he raised.
He raised a couple of others.
Did he raise a couple or just Windsor's Landing, Adam?
Oh, Windsor's Landing would not have been the first one. He would, because they would have traveled through Murdoch first.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It just sounded like Windsor's Landing had been the only one.
They're the only one that got people to get out.
I'm sure there were also some small hamlets along the way.
They call it Murder Dock now.
Oof.
Mermaid or
Thank you.
Unfortunate. Hate to see it.
Smash got to end of day, or what are we wanting to do? Because we have a couple days travel.
We do. But we can't.
Oh well, you
stop
still got
him.
what? You still have at least one more letter to go through.
Oh, really?
Depending on how long you want that to keep going.
Oh, if there's
Yeah, because-
another letter, I will definitely look at it.
Yeah. So another letter comes by after like 45 minutes.
I wish.
So you open the letter, and if you didn't get your letter back signed or anything,
Fuck.
he goes, two things. One, do you not think I tried that already? The, like, sending.
Yeah.
Do you not think I tried that already? And second off, you're not gonna have to worry about that.
I mean,
Is
raising.
that all it
You
says?
didn't sign the paper. It doesn't matter what he says. You didn't sign the paper.
I mean, he told
Is
us
that
what
all
he told us at the end of the meeting that like he knew he'd cause like major issues. It was going to be super hard to recover from. So raising more villages would just make his situation much worse than it already is.
I'm gonna turn the paper over and write, what happened when you, and underline you, cast sending to Raphael with like 3 question marks, and then write number 2. What do you mean by that? Many more question marks. Shove.
It sends off, and eventually one comes back, and it says, the message went off, but it didn't. We never heard anything back. And let's just say I got in a lot more trouble than I expected.
Okay, that raises up a point that I hadn't considered. Do you think your father got struck by a coup?
What?
Grabs another piece of paper. What kind of trouble are we talking about? Shove.
Smiley face.
Whisper.
Upside
Grandpa
down,
goes,
smiley face.
Looks like we're getting that current events you were asking for, me.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, Grandpa, coup, a dethroning of
Oh, I know it is.
You eventually get something back.
I'm just like, I pictures all just like sitting in the carriage, like looking, staring at the diplomat's pouch.
Yeah, you eventually get a message back, and it says, hold on, my brain died for a second there.
Sorry.
That's a weird way to start a message.
It says, let's just say our home is no longer safe, and I had to run off to hide out with your uncle.
In the frickle frack.
Oh, I think the coup thing was correct.
I assume, is Capriel sharing all of the letters with us?
Yeah, she is.
Capriel, I'm so sorry.
That's the message.
Sorry, I had to. We couldn't save any of your trinkets in your closet. They were all destroyed in the fire. If this is the cult, maybe it's just another illusion.
Yeah, she's gonna write, was it the cult? Shove.
What cult?
It could have been All Nation.
Didn't we?
Can't you just ask him what happened explicitly instead of guessing?
Wait, he said what cult?
We told him about
He
the
knows.
cult.
He knows about the cult.
Did tell him about the cult.
actually talking to your father.
It's Jenkins!
Fake cat.
Fakins!
Jenkins.
Ask him something only your father would know.
She's going to
Gosh, if we've
Take
been in
the
contact
paper-
with fucking
He did seem to know a lot about your brother, though, so that's...
It
He's
could-
probably it's
No.
probably your father, but we're probably just overthinking about it. Maybe he forgot about the
No.
cult.
No, he didn't.
No.
Ask him
All
some-
he said was, "Didn't you think I tried?"
Yeah.
He never said anything specific.
No,
Well-
but he asked a lot about like, wait, how did you hear about from your brother? Where is he? What's going
That
on?
could just ask him.
That could be anything,
That-
though.
Okay.
She's
You have
gonna-
some-
She's gonna write,
Adam, the little jingles on the end of that are picking up.
Sorry.
It's all good.
I thought it was me for a second. I was like, wait, am I not?
okay. She'll write, sorry, I'm grabbing
No, it's cool.
the... Wait. Paper. So she's going to she's gonna like look at everybody and she's like, I really don't think that this is my father. I'm pretty sure because my father knows about the cult. Do you think that you know the let's
Gabrielle, I could cast Sending to your father. My spell is guaranteed to go to him. Whoever has this pouch.
yeah, you do that and then I'll do this.
Or I
And
could
then-
also scry on him. That is a thing I can do now.
Oh, that's even better. Yeah,
Oh
we
wait,
could
no, I
probably-
cannot. I need to have a component that I'm missing right now, so I can't do that.
She's going to write, fuck. You,
I can do Sending, though, if need be.
we'll try ascending after,
You ask.
after I ask,
Sure.
after I ask this, can you, bring up what?
I was going to say, make it something that is bullshit. Something along the lines of like the cult that or that whatever your uncle's name is has been trying to or had me hunt down in some other region, named someplace that isn't where we are. But something that is easy enough for them to say, oh yes, that cult, or something that your father would distinctly know is bullshit.
Right. I'm going to say that, you know, or where the fuck is my? You know, the cult of the Celestials that Constantine had me hunting in, and then where are you from, Malefius?
Goddess.
That Constantine had me hunting in Vados. And then slip the paper in.
Like a good hour goes by. Eventually a note comes through.
Look at the note.
Okay, my daughter. I will see you when you get here. I love you very much.
Shit. Me, it's for you.
Try not to sound so upset. Takes the letter, folds it up.
Eventually another one comes up.
She takes all the messages that she gets from her mother and puts them in like her journal. There's like a space in the front where she puts them and presses it.
Yeah. Eventually another one comes through. Oh yes, that cult. No, it's not that. Let's just say my escapades were a little too... Adam forgot the word. What's the word? Like when something's too much of a show.
Grandiose?
Yeah, a little too grandiose.
I keep like seeing words being written out as the letter, like when you say them, and then all of you're like, Adam forgot the word, like that all gets written out too.
That is unfortunate.
Wait,
it also reads, "You should come home. We need to talk about a few things."
Wait,
So we're absolutely talking to fake.
the thing that you sent was a lie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And he just said, "Oh yes, that one."
And he told
Yeah.
us to come home, which is something he told
This
us.
is absolutely a
not.
trap. We need to sending to your dad.
Yeah, we need to sending my father immediately. If you have that
You're
prepared.
muted, Will.
You're muted.
Will.
And if we can get to Stockton and get me something I can use for my scrying spell, I can find your father. But yes, we
is
should
it that
send a
you
message.
need? We have a few other people.
Let me look at the spell real quick. It has to be worth at least 1,000 gold. A crystal ball, a silver mirror, a font filled with holy water, something of that, like one of those types of things.
I have the holy water.
Worth
I
1,000
also have
gold.
water.
No.
It has to be 1,000 gold worth.
Well, I mean,
Just put
the
it in
water I
something
have-
worth 999
If I-
gold and then 1 gold worth of holy water.
How does your transmutation thing work? If you have 1,000 gold, can
Me?
you transmute something into them?
Okay, so there's a few variations on it. So my channel divinity, it has to be worth 100 gold or less. However, I do have, this would be up to Adam, I do have the spell creation now, which lets me create stone or crystal, precious metals, gems, adamantine, mithril.
Crystal ball.
But if I can't use creation because that is my 5th level spell slot, and I need the 5th level spell slot to scry.
You just do it tomorrow.
We could,
Oh,
you
also,
could do it
sorry.
tomorrow.
Also, I can't use these for spell components. I just read the last line.
Aw, damn it.
But if there's fabricate, which if I have the raw materials, I could. Hold on, actually, I'm pretty sure we have a bunch of gems. I've got 10 assorted gems, each worth 100, which is 1,000 gold. I could just fabricate the 10 gems into one thing that I could use to scry with.
Also, I'm 100% positive we had this crystal ball in our home growing up. My mother has one that she can use for something like what you're talking about. So,
Is
if
it
you,
1,000 gold worth? I don't mean to naysay her.
my mother scries, like,
Oh, well then that works just fine then.
I guarantee you pretty much any spell component you would need, except for maybe the diamond we have. Maybe
just
not
so
to
you're
keep,
aware-
but to borrow.
I'm reading Fabricate. It says you also can't use it to create items that ordinarily require a high degree of craftsmanship, such as jewelry, weapons, glass, or armor, unless you have proficiency with the type of artisan's tools used to craft such objects.
You have
A jeweler's kit?
Yeah, jeweler's kit.
I have to be proficient with it. I have smiths, tinkers, and climbers kits. I think I'm only proficient with smiths. No, I'm proficient with calligrapher supplies and smith tools. So unless there's a like a forged object I can make that would fit the parameters, but
I mean, a mirror? I don't know if that counts though.
I don't know if that counts. Yeah.
I think a mirror is more glass work.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Okay, so yeah, we can get once we get to Mihi's mom's, I can get one. But I would like to have one for us, not just use Mihi's mom's, so I can use it. I can do it whenever.
It's a tent. We should stop off in Stackton to see if we can get supplies there.
Isn't the town closer to? I thought that there's. Which one's bigger? I guess the.
Sremond, almost certainly.
Is that the one closer to your mother, or is that the one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's the one
Stop.
further away.
Let's stop there.
Which one is bigger, Adam? Stackton or Sremond?
It'd be Sremond.
Yeah, it's Sremond. Okay, we can just push through. It just means we have to wait a little while.
Is Streamond like base mount?
No, Sremond is not even as big as Base Mount. It's bigger than Stackton, but it's not as big as Base Mount.
Not base mount, Brassington.
It's
Sorry.
not as big as Brassington
More
either.
so, are we gonna get fucking lamps
Are
put
they
on us?
same
Slits.
Oh no, Sremond
No,
is
that's different
is in the
country.
Kingdom of Analog.
country?
Okay, so no, we've crossed. Sorry, because I
Yeah.
don't know when we're crossing over.
Yeah, once you guys left Brassington,
Brassington, we were out of the
Staggy
country.
left Brassington, you were out of the country of Doton. You were back in Analog.
Back in Eidolon now.
Yeah, Doton is Brassington and south through that peninsula.
Okay.
And that's where Mihi's from.
Oh, and they just let. Oh, okay.
But Cafriel, all the components aside, I can send a message if you would like to your father.
Please do.
Anything particularly you'd like me to say? I've got 25 words, remember, and I'd rather not cast it twice if I don't have to. Well, I suppose I could. It's important. I can cast it more than once if you need.
Someone.
Because I don't think I can cast sending at a higher level, right? No, I can't. Because you can't, unless the spell says so, you can't cast it at a higher level, can you?
You could technically cast it as a higher level, but it just doesn't have any extra effects.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't.
You can always cast any spell at a
Oh,
higher
okay.
level.
I wasn't sure if you if it had to say if you cast it, or you can cast it at a higher level. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, you can cast any spell higher level, but most of the time it doesn't do anything extra unless it specifically says it does something extra.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Does it have to be exactly 25?
No,
No.
it doesn't.
Okay.
Can't just be more than.
Unless you're Laura Bailey.
Wait, what is
Okay, I
this?
love you. Bye bye.
Oh,
What? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
No, I
she's so
I
close.
forgot what we were counting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, words in sending, and yes, I got it.
So, the message is someone is impersonating you via diplomat's pouch. Are you okay? What's going on? Are the cliffs safe? This is from Cafriel.
Okay. I will relay those words exactly through the sending spell. I will bring out my alms box, open the shutter a little bit, and the little flying turtle with the little messenger bag on it and the wings will pop out, and I will say the words, and they will go into its pouch, and it will fly away.
Still so adorable.
It takes off. It goes. A couple minutes goes by, and you hear back.
Oh, here, there's a cat. Brought it back. Thanks.
Yep, the cat brought it back. You hear?
Oh, look what
you
the
hear,
cat brought back.
The cliffs aren't safe. Do not go back. Stop talking to whoever that is. Do not trust anything you hear. Don't talk. It's not safe.
Uh-oh.
So the cliffs aren't safe. Stop talking to whoever that is. And then what was the last?
Don't go back.
Don't talk. It's not safe.
Don't
Don't go back. Don't talk. It's not
Don't go
safe.
back.
Did the world just kind of go to the hells when we weren't looking? What is happening?
We might have to put the Underdark on hold.
Or maybe this is because of what's going on in the Underdark.
We need more information. We
Are
need
those
to talk to
glasses in
Sebastian.
the? Are those glasses in the bag of holding?
Yes, they are.
I see them, please.
Sure. No, hand them to you.
I'll put the glasses on and just kind of look in the direction we've been coming from to try and see if I see the portal.
Nope.
I don't see the
You're
portal.
looking all over. You don't see anything.
We are a couple days away.
We're so far
We're
away.
more
that
than
the
a couple
portal
days
is
away.
the portal is beneath Base Mount.
I think
Maximum vision radius is only 10 miles. There's no way you're going to see it.
we should all go back to Base Mount and see if we can see the portal.
But then we'd be so far away if the portal is the problem.
We have the teleportation scroll to get us back to your house at least, or to
That is true.
the entrance of the keep, but we can get back to this side. We're just gonna have to use the scroll.
Could we at least try to burn as many sendings as you feel comfortable with, Grandpa, to see if we can get some more information? Right now, nobody wants to talk to us over sending, but I feel like if we just press somebody for info, we can figure out how urgent it is.
Might need to, unfortunately, put the retrieval of your mother on hold.
Well,
And
so the way Cal doesn't know that.
the way what?
The way
Oh,
teleportation that scroll works is that it works. You have a better chance of it working if you know the location. So using Mihi's mother's house works because Mihi can cast it and will have a higher chance of it succeeding. If it fails, we can end up God knows where. The DC, you roll a D100 and how well you are familiar with the area determines how close you end up to where you want to go. That's why we need to use Mihi's mother's house, because it's like our best chance of getting to a like safe location.
Or we could high roll and say, "Take us to that demonic portal."
Dear Lord.
I mean,
Oh dear Lord.
We get spliced in the middle of rocks and just all die immediately.
there's a lot of rocks down there.
Technically, you could. The scrying. Only the person scrying sees. Never mind, I'm not.
We could wait until I level up. I could take a cursed wish. I could use a cursed wish to cast scry. I could scry on the portal.
Oh my god.
I
That
guess
is
how
way too
many.
much time.
I don't know. I guess use sending. If
Alright.
There is no reason for us
Who
to
should
not use
I-
our sendings.
Who should
Lord
I...
Sebastian.
Lord Sebastian?
I would say Caffriel's father. Just ask
He
what is
told
going
us not
on.
to talk to him.
Yeah.
He could be. Lord Sebastian said we needed to talk in person. He might know more about what's going on our end, because it very well could be Eidolon has invaded the cliffs, and that's just what's going on.
And maybe he will call us back and say, "Don't go to the Underdark just yet." Although I already told him we were in the Underdark, so when you talk to him, act like we're in the Underdark, please.
Is it more muffled or echoey in the Underdark?
No,
Is that-
just be like, "Okay, we're here to talk to
Oh
you."
no,
or-
it's a Duragar.
Oh no!
Wow, look at that
Is
Duragar!
drow? We
Look
met
at
this
that
wonderful
lava.
drow the other day.
Tentacles on its face. Ah!
That's
Wow.
just Caffriel, Oliphius. That's mean.
So what am I asking Lord Sebastian? Just what the current
News.
events are?
What's going on?
Ask him if Eidolon has invaded the cliffs. 'Cause if Eidolon-
Alright.
That at least narrows down to we know, like, we get rid of Eidolon, it could just be the cultists have done something. Let's just lead with that.
Alright, so I will go ahead and cast Sending for a second time. This time to Lord Sebastian and say, hello, looking for current events. It's dark down here. Did Elon invade the cliffs? Heard
We need news.
news is afoot.
So dark.
How many messages do I have?
So dark.
You
Dark.
still have 7 words left.
Okay. If possible, get clerics, send many messages.
Oh, wait,
Okay,
that's wizards
thanks,
I'm
bye.
sending to.
Gather the clerics.
Gather the clerics.
I mean, I can see Lord Sebastian doing it, so it's not a long
Wizards
shot.
have it too, so it could just be like,
Oh, you do?
yeah.
Okay.
After a good couple minutes, eventually you hear Lord Sebastian says that this information is very sensitive. But if you wish to know about Eidolon invading the cliffs, that has not happened yet.
So it's going to happen. Your father left.
Grandpa, maybe you
Yes,
could
I'll
ask...
relay that to the group.
Grandpa, maybe you could ask him if he wants us to return. Because the option is either we communicate by sending, or we come back and we waste a lot of time. So ask him if he wants us to return so we can talk, or if getting to the portal is more important.
Alright.
At least that's my thought.
No, it's a good thought. I'm just like, does Sebastian really care about that? Is Sebastian...
Well, he out of character for a second. He's saying, there's crazy news, we need to talk in person. We talk to him and he's like, well, this news is sensitive, so I can't tell you. He knows we're going towards the Underdark, and we can't get back to him super quickly. So it's either the news is important enough that he wants us to turn back, or he's just making a
It
reasonable
just made
request.
it to... Maybe that's because my perspective is different, because I've worked with classified information. Like, maybe it was more of just he wanted, like, a face-to-face conversation is more secure, and, like, because we have Kafra, like, I want to, like, we're going to invade Kalanah. The decision has been made, and he just felt safer saying that in person. I don't know if it's a matter of haste or not. I took that as a matter of security, not of speed.
Either way, I just don't
gonna
get I don't get the point of him saying, well, there's sensitive info that we need to talk about in person, and then, like, he knows
Because
that we're in a
it's
place
safer to
not
talk
be able
about
to
it
do
in
that.
person.
Right, but then
over
why
the-
tell us that now?
Because
instead of
sending
saying,
is more
"Just so
secure
you
than the
know."
diplomat's pouch.
But then he didn't want to talk to us when we were over sending.
Because he doesn't have enough words.
Because he doesn't have enough words.
But again, my point is,
And
what
more
is the
people know,
options?
because he's just told somebody else about what's going on. That might not, like, isn't
No,
actually supposed to know.
You're not getting my point. My point is, the only way that he wants to talk to us is in person.
Yes, because that's
So-
safer and more secure.
Sure, but then why tell us that he has info that he wants to talk to us about in person if he knows that we can't realistically get to him without abandoning our mission?
Because he knows about high-level magic.
He also gave us an address to teleport.
He also gave us an address to teleport to, so he
But
knows we
how
can get back to him.
But we can't get back to the Underdark that quickly.
So, that's just what I asked. Does he think it's more important for the Underdark, or does he think this is more important?
Yeah, that's literally what I was asking him to ask.
Okay.
Can I also make a arcane check, Adam?
Mhm.
The check is to see, can someone snoop on a sending message? Like, can someone, like, essentially intercept a sending message?
You don't have to roll for this. You would know that it's a lot harder to kind of snoop a sending message because that works a little differently than how the messenger pouches work. But it is possible someone could scry in on someone while they're talking.
We were just talking to someone, and we at least gave that. They at least have enough information to confirm who we are, and we were just talking to them through a diplomat's bag. And we
Sebastian has a room where we can't be seen or heard. Probably also what he meant by more secure. Sebastian has a skiff. I don't know. I'm with Mihi now. I think we should teleport back, and we can make our decision about the Underdark or the cliffs, I guess, or unless we just want to stay on the current path.
I think we should just send a message and ask him if he wants us to come back or he wants us to keep going, and then based on that info, make a call.
I would agree to that.
Yeah.
Like, he knows has classified information that is pertinent to us.
Yeah, but that was my point. Is Sebastian going to think it's more? Because look at what the. Never mind.
No, I totally get what you're saying. Where it's
He's going to be.
it's
Is his answer going to be biased? That's like
right.
my concern.
Yeah.
I care more about what does the group want. Does the group want to handle the Underdark, or do we want to go deal with the cliffs?
Underdark is very important for us to.
I completely agree, but we don't know how important the priority is on this other piece of news. All that we know is that Sebastian is saying, here's something big and scary. It could be related to Caffrey's dad, it could not be.
So
But he's saying there's this thing that's big and
just
scary.
teleport. Let's teleport circle there. Talk in his secret room. See what he has to say.
Don't we just want to ask him if he wants us to come back, though?
Yeah, just, I would say ask him if he wants us to return first, and then if he says yes, then we go back.
That's okay.
What? I mean, that's what we were saying.
I mean, I think what, and I might be wrong, but I think what Ethan's saying, like, even if he says, you know, it's not important, does that still sway us? Do we still go back? Like,
Because we know, like, he underlined the Underdark like 5 times.
yeah.
Like, is he? And we've known
His
that he
bias
doesn't
will-
care. He doesn't
about
care
other
about the
people.
goings-ons of the court.
Mhm.
He's
Yeah,
about his things. That's just my concern. Of like,
Yeah.
fair.
we can ask him and maybe
Yeah, that's a good point.
because he is King Boomy, so he is smarter than
Mhm.
like I'm giving him credit for. But yeah, just ask him. I'm just also pointing out that he might be biased.
I will keep sending one more time, and I will say, Lord Sebastian, is this news and what is going on more important than this Underdark mission? We want to be as much help.
Then.
Okay. We want to be as much
On
help.
the mark. Yeah, no, that's on the mark.
After a little bit, you hear back. No, stay on the Underdark mission. It's more important. We don't know what's going on down there. But what's happening what's happening can be handled up here.
Okay. What I wanted to also point out is the fact that if the goings on up here is caused by the cultists, we know striking at the portal will be something that will hurt them and set them back.
Exactly.
So responding to the immediate event up here might simply be them delaying getting to the portal.
I think we should continue on into the Underdark.
I feel like we might need to sidetrack the getting of Mihi's mother and get into the Underdark as immediately as possible.
Well, the
If
plan was to
things-
use the teleport. We can use the teleportation scroll to teleport from the Underdark to meet them. So getting the cart and I
I
think
feel like if things are crazy up here, I want my mother as safe as possible. And on top of that, she can give us spell components and she can give us news, potentially. Like maybe she knows what's going on.
I think with Boulder carrying us, we don't lose much by still going to Mihi's mom's house because we save so much time by heading that way or by traveling with him.
we're closer to Mihi's mom than we are to Brassington.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think 2 days is going to make it. Or 4 days. 4 days.
All right. If that is the consensus, then I will go along with it.
I'm sorry, it is selfish of me, but I'm only more worried for her now based on everything that's going on.
I was very selfish, and just having you guys sidetrack this entire mission to go to the temple.
Didn't know it would happen. Well, it's been long. This stuff has been brewing for some time. This would have happened even if we'd gone straight to the Underdark. We just would have found out while we were down there.
Huh. You know, diplomats' pouches are fairly common. I wonder if there's some station that has like news or something that we could send a letter to, and maybe they would give us back like the hearsay or the news, like a newspaper.
If it's Fox News station, we just toss it out. We don't take that news station. We don't take that diplomat's pouch.
You're not wrong. You're absolutely not wrong.
Which is the map of Adel? No, the map of Adel. Is there a map of
They're not called
Eidolon?
Fox in this world. They're called the Vulpine News.
Is there a map of Eidolon in the what's this? Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, there should be.
I'm not seeing like Eidolon map. The Marigo map?
I mean, it's a
Marigo
map of Marigo.
Marigo
Yeah,
Marigo map.
Marigo is the continent. Yeah.
I've got it now. And we're going to
Streamond.
Streamond.
You guys
We
will
could
be
take-
arriving at Stackton at the end of the night. At the end of the day, and it'll take you 4 days to get to Streamond.
Would it be faster to go by boat from Streamond to Brassington? Or would it be quicker to take... I'm just nervous taking Boulder to Brassington and going back into...
The entrance to the Underdark was north of Brassington.
Yeah, but we can take a boat back to Brassington. We have to hook up with Giovanni, I think, is it? Or was it Giovanni?
No, we can have a sending go to our guide to meet us there, and then we can just go.
But I'm
with
asking
Boulder.
if it's that was my question. Is it faster
okay.
to just take because we don't know where it's at. We still have to go to Brassington to like meet him. Is it faster to take Boulder, or is it faster to go by boat from Streamond to Brassington?
I mean,
We'd have to go through Brassington, which I think tells you everything you need to know about that part.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
We don't have to go into Brassington. We just land at Brassington and go up the cliffs like around Brassington. Because it took us a week to get from... Or heading... I don't know.
why can't we just like message the guide and ask him?
Because we
where
don't
it
know...
is?
Oh. Just ask him where it is. We
He
get
said the
lost.
entrance was because he did tell you where the entrance was before you guys left. He said it is north of Brassington.
Mm-hmm. If it's north of Brassington, then it would be faster to go there by Boulder travel.
Yeah.
Camp for the night?
Think so.
I feel like we need to set our. Well, no, we already have our set course. set.
Yeah,
It's,
we do.
We're going to meet his mom, then we're going to take Boulder to meet... Was it Giovanni?
No,
No.
his name was
Igden.
Giovanni.
Igden.
Igden.
Igden Ironhide.
So much is going on in the world.
And I think that's the perfect opportunity
No!
for tonight. So I want to say thank you for everybody joining us. I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful couple weeks. And don't forget, we love each and every single one of you.
Bye.
Bye.
We're all gonna die.
I want to get to that portal.